Game over.
Game over, man. Game over.
Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?
No, you fool. We're following orders.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit. Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell.
Cheers.
Now hold the goddamn... What's all this bullshit of boo? It's a Tuesday. What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Q? It's a Tuesday. Boo. Crying face emoji. What the... is that supposed to mean? Does that mean it's because Digger's not here? That's so horrible that you would think that that's the only thing. Only thing that matters, whether or not Digger's here. Well, guess what? She doesn't do shows every day. It's been a little bit of a rough day for me. I had frickin' appointment to schedule right before I'm starting the show. Like, hey, so let's get this scheduled. Like, right. And you're like, okay, is now a good time? No. But we have to get this done, so let's do it quick. All right. And after you schedule your appointment, they're like, oh, do you have a few moments to talk about a couple other things? No, I was supposed to start a show a couple minutes ago, so I really need to fucking leave. And then they're all like, oh. And then where'd my lint roller go? Oh, there it is. It's over here. Been using it too much. But yeah, it's shedding season for cats. So, a little ASMR for all you guys. Oh yeah. You like that, don't you, bitch? All right. Anyways, let's get this cleared off here quick. We have a fully prepped and planned show. That we're doing while the ASMR mic action happens. We have a fully prepped and planned show to do for you. The lovely and talented Digger 420 will not be here today. She's got real life stuff to do, but she'll be in the chat. We know that. No matter where she's at, she'll be in the chat. So that we have going on. Let me park these chats here. So yes, I tried to throw in my contacts quickly. My left eye, this eye, did not agree. So no shades today because it would look really stupid to wear those over my glasses. And I have enough trouble reading when my vision is clear. Fuck yeah, shout out Digger, says Balls Deep. We got a sound alert. Balls Deep subscribing to the channel for 37 months. I gotta say thank you. Do that. The subscriptions to the Twitch channel and the money we make on the Twitch channel always gets counted the next day. We've knocked down $5 for tomorrow's goal. Down to 40. Down to 40. So we've got that going on. Let's do this. I had a frickin' right before the show to eat something. I scarfed a little Activia, a little blueberry Activia. Haven't been able to throw the cup away yet. Apparently now there's a fly here who wants to. Oh. All right. So we have 3.5 hours worth of content planned with a variety of things to talk about, including our own lovely Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. We've got a couple different stories. I'm trying to keep it light and not fucking political and Trump themed. Let's go through this and see how close to that mark we hit. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, we got a few. Got a few stories in here, and very few of them, literally only 2 of them that I think I see right now. Yeah, 2 of them. Only 2 of them that are politically motivated, charged, or whatever. So hopefully it'll just be a fun show, and we just fucking have a good day. Cripple, how's it going today, sir? Well, simply put, difficult. Legs are being spazzy as shit. Everything that needs to get done picks the most inopportune time, but what are you going to do? I got my eye being a bit of a bitch. Oh, no, you're going to be a bitch. That's not good. Oh, yeah, that's not good. My left eye didn't want my contacts to go in, so I'm not wearing the shades today. We're here without Digger, which I love the shows without Digger, but I will be honest, and I'm not going to lie. I love doing the shows more with Digger because they go faster. Just having a co-host goes faster, but I love hanging out with that redheaded lady. She's a good time. So it's enjoyable. Are you still shitting out your whole like it's Taco Tuesday? That happened one time yesterday morning. So far we've been good. But I'm so it seems is it weird that I'm weirded out by your interest in my my anal cavity? It's unsettling for me. It's unsettling. I have to ring a cowbell, which is going to scare our kitty, so we better flaunt our kitty. Tegra. She always looks like a prisoner when you pick her up and hold her. She's like, "No, I didn't consent to this. I like attention on my own level." Digger, welcome to the Crown game. King Kong Dong, Digger's been playing the Crown game for a while, and that's why she's going hard in the paint today to own the leaderboard, because today I have to be the one reporting the leaderboard scores. It's not her, it's me. So now she is thirsty. She's thirsty for that number 1 spot, that coveted number 1 spot on the leaderboard, which I've heard can be influenced by money. And all of the sorry, kitty. All of the YouTube super chats and super stickers, we get paid on the 21st. We take whatever we get paid every month, and we just call that hooray a victory. And we discount our goal for that. Currently, our goal is $40 for tomorrow, the 4th. June 4th. Oh, do you want to leave? I love you, kitty. I love you, you furry little... Nope, you just wanted to adjust. You're going to want to leave when I do this, though. So, early in the show, we had Balls Deep subscribing over there on Twitch for 37 months. Those subscriptions and everything, all the channels, all the stuff, it all gets added up. It all counts, and we're grateful for every cent that we get. So thank you so much for contributing to the show over there on Twitch. Cowbell coming in. I feel like the Kool-Aid man now when I do this. Cowbell coming in. Bell, yeah. You know the cats have been normalized to it when they don't even jump. You didn't even jump. Oh, you delicate little... you delicate little flower. You didn't even jump. She just wants her snuggles. All righty. T. Jefferson, Digger. Hi, Johnny. Yeah, I'm always the afterthought. She's doing real life things like trying to get a crown. Well, she's doing real life things while she multitasks. This is one of the reasons I find this lady enthralling. She's capable of doing multiple things at once. It's amazing. It's amazing. Why is that fading out? The black thread is like disappearing in the green screen. Interesting. Chipotle shit's hitting hard today. What? Really? Sorry to hear that, King Kong Dong. I hope you make it through. I'm not having that problem, at least thus far. We did have, like I said, one very horrendous event, and now we're good. Now we're totally fine. So I don't know what it is that's getting to you. Johnny, do you sell what? I don't know where these horrible rumors come from. All right, so let's get over to the Rumble chat before I go. Actual Steel Toe fan, good to see you. Let's go. Almost a hat trick. Good afternoon, Mr. Grammer, says Actual Steel Toe fan. Hi, friends. Yep. Every season is shedding season for my cat, says Red Scooper. I just have the two. The fall and the winter are the big sheds for my kitties. And my kitties are in their shedding prime. Not really Teg. Tegra's, she's got a thinner coat, so not really the shedder. Al's the big shedder of the two. Tegra's just a good little princess. Anyways, so I got a lurk today. I am cleaning. She's cleaning her neighbor's house, helping out in her apartment complex. Just a good goddamn Canadian lady. After watching, Digger, after watching his stream featuring hoarding pics, I've been cleaning like crazy today. Have fun at the neighbors. Hoarding pics. Yes, I've heard about these hoarding pictures, and like, I've heard actual videos come out. Is that a thing? I'm curious. If actual videos come out, maybe curious. My liege tour, I think it means you're not wrong. That's why I'm using the tablet and leaving chat closed. You're not leaving the chat closed, Mrs. Canadian lady, because you're clearly typing in the chat. I'm leaving the chat closed, lols. Yeah, but you're responding. Because the chat's such a huge part of the show, it's on the screen, the window doesn't have to be open, and if I'm reading the chat comments, you're just responding to what I'm saying. So the chat, as King Kong Dong says, the chat is open. The juice is loose. We know what's going on. I'm a man dressed as a giant child because I'm wearing a Wade Wilson hockey jersey, and I have zero problem with that, but let's lose all illusions. All right? You're in the chat. It will close when I get next door. Right. Nice little caveat there. The chat will be closed. Right. Using my tablet and leaving the chat closed. Yeah, that's why I'm using my tablet and leaving the chat closed. We argue that right now, chat not closed. You lost your steampunk glasses. Yeah, my contacts wouldn't go in. I had an appointment I've been trying to schedule, and it's been miscommunications between me and getting the appointment scheduled. That happened right before the show. Scheduled the appointment. I suppose raced is a bit of an exaggeration. Exasperatingly limped into the bathroom, and then tried to throw my contacts in, and my goddamn left eye, the contact lens, would not sit in my eye without stinging like crazy. Cleaned it twice, threw it in twice, and still wouldn't work. So I pulled it out. I wasn't going to sit there and waste more time. So I took out my contacts. The steampunk glasses are still here. They're fine. They're right here on the desk. I just can't really wear them with the current accoutrement. Not for lack of trying, just oof. I believe it when I see it. Hockey jersey cooler than golf shirt. Am I right? You are right, my lost interest. You're exactly right. Hockey jersey way cooler than golf shirt. Golf shirts are lame and gay. $2 from Balls Deep. Believe all diggers. Thank you for the $2, Balls Deep. Good to see you, my lost interest. Not bringing up other shows, but this morning proved South Park was right on Bono being the biggest piece of shit. You are absolutely right. I was trying to say that this morning. I didn't manage to get that in there. That South Park episode strangely predicted Bono being the world's biggest piece of shit. He's not only the record holder, he's the record. It's hilarious. So, yes, thank you for that, Balls Deep, for the $2. We appreciate all the support we get on any of those channels. I'll link the PayPals and stuff so I can pin them. We have the merch up there. We've updated the colors for the ladies that want the green tees. I've got to put together a new logo so I can use it for the hats. I threw it out there to old Emolte to make hats, and he says, so I'll make some of my own hats. Because we've already got our Digger Lover hats. Are you leaving, baby? See you later, baby. See you later, babe. Love you, Tegra. Have a good day. She's going to go drink some water, maybe have a dump and a nap, as cats do, and she'll be great. My is Mexican, says Atomic. I mean, I don't know how that's a thing, but look, we'll pin this because we flashed the chat with it. We'll pin this. This is the Streamlabs, Venmo, and PayPal. If you wish to contribute to the show directly, you can do it through the Streamlabs, Venmo, and PayPal. And when you do, it goes directly to the goal. So then we just knock it out, which is at $40 for tomorrow. $40, and we're into Thursday's goal. We don't keep it. It rolls over. Doot, and let's pin this one. Get rid of that. Balls deep, or my lost interest. I stand with balls deep. I believe all diggers. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you believe all diggers? Have you known a digger to lie? I certainly haven't. All right, let's go back there. Got those all the way. Damn autocorrect. I get what you're saying. But while we're on the subject of believing all diggers, in that link that I put up there for you guys, let's clip this, click that, and boop, boop, boopity, bam, we've got our merch store. Better than the Progenitor 2, the Steel Toe merch store. I showed them how to do it right, and I got the best stuff on my merch store. One, the Cucko the Clown shirt, for those who need it, and you know who you are. The Cucko the Clown shirt in our lovely yellow, also available in black, green, which ironically a lot of people saying the Cucko shirt goes well in green, also available in blue and charcoal gray. So if you need Cucko the Clown in a shirt form, it's there for you. And as I was saying, these products should be arriving, hopefully, tap on glass, arriving tomorrow. I should have a certified digger mug in black. The print really makes it pop in the picture, but Digger's Cup, she said it didn't really pop as much on the black. We're going to find out, because I have a white mug already for the Johnny's Exotic Meat Market stuff. So we're doing that. So the Digger Certified Digger Lover mug. I also ordered a Certified Digger Lover hat. 100% pre-shrunk cotton twill, soft crown. It's got 6 sewn eyelets. Oh, this is the eyelets hat? I thought this was the view sizing. I wish they had shown the other side. I thought it was the Velcro backed ones. Unstructured cap, low profile. All right, well, you know what? We'll find out. Because I'm getting that. I'm getting that shirt. I've got the white badge coming. So I've picked up these 2 badges. I got these 2 badges to throw on my hoodie, which is available. So all this stuff is available. We got pink for a couple of the products. I know we got the Johnny's Exotic Meat Market shirt in pink. And oh, yeah, the I Stand with Johnny-Krutches shirt also in desert pink. Or no, just in desert pink. So we got some pink, because someone was saying they wanted the colors, the pink for the ladies. KK going dark. Love you all. Yeah, that's what she says. We'll see how that lasts. We'll see how long that lasts. Anyhow, all that awesome stuff is on the merch store at streamlabs.com/justkiddingllc/merch. You can get that stuff there. And I got to try making new font for the text banner that we have at the top of the screen, and see if I can make a new font logo thing pop the right way, and then slap that baby on a hat. That'd be great. All right, so let's load up our first hour stories that I forgot to get here. We have a couple of things we had left over from yesterday, so we're going to get to those in due time. But we also have a ironic story to share about people facing their fears. We've got a story about our lovely Minnesota Governor, Tim Walz. We've got, would you call it an uprising in France? Ever since the French president got slapped in the face, people haven't been paying him any respect, and that's apparently already extended to his wax figurine, so we'll talk about that. An interesting headline that we'll cover in today's show about Hunter Biden Oh, so that's 3. I didn't realize that was a Hunter Biden story, so I guess 3. And then we've got a graduation story. I've got one more graduation story. It's graduation season, so we're getting through those. Almost run down. We got one left. Driveway Junkie saying, Johnny, good to see you, Driveway Junkie. I feel like we've probably filtered in. We're a small show on 3 different platforms, and it's starting to look like we're just about there on Twitch and YouTube. Rumble also, Rumble and YouTube. Twitch also taking off. So yeah, all right, cool. What is it? We're just about at our usual average here. 4 or 5 more people on a couple of channels. We're covered with all the chats. Kraft Foods is moving its entire operation to Israel. I didn't know that, Wild Saffron. If you guys didn't know that, Wild Saffron letting us know in the chat. Kraft Foods is moving its entire operation to Israel. They'll be renaming themselves Jesus of Nazareth. You know Digger isn't here, Wild. She can't read the chats. So if I don't read them out loud, she won't know they're here. And because she's not here, if it doesn't come with money, I'm not going to read the exotic meat market stuff. So you got to pay to play today, so we won't make any money, which is the funny part. Like, I never learned my lesson. I do this stuff like, oh, I'll do this, and that'll... No, that's not going to be a thing. All right, so like I said, a lot of stories to get into. That's just the first hour. We're already halfway through because of a fucking slow start thanks to people calling me. So we'll cover this one first. This one's out of England. All right. So apparently a young boy in Britain has been charging kids to use his hand sanitizer. And so, oh wait, this is from 2020. How did this... What the monkey loving... How does a 2020 story make it through all my filters? That, you know what? That's on pace for the day. Starting out, going good, kicking the dick. 1, 2, balls. That sucks. All right, well, we'll read this one instead. We skipped one rip and read for another. A woman panicked while parasailing and unbuckled her harness and falls to her death on video. Now this, I don't think I have the video. I will, can we open image in new tab? I just want to, nope, never mind. Damn. All right, so this is the lady in question. We'll pop this up. Saint Caesar, get some tissues. You'll be thirsting. This lady was on vacation. 19, huh? What are you trying to be a freaking... How much you want to bet? She was hoping to be an OnlyFans model or something. Or an influencer. You got that kind of thing going on there. Just, yeah. At any rate, so she decided to go parasailing. She got up, how high did she get up? Or is this the picture that we can open? All right, this is this of the day? This is of the day? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It looks like you're going for a Melania Trump, like, influencer look. A lovely lady, though. Apparently, oh, wait, no. What ring finger is this finger? So that's just a ring. You're just wearing a ring on your finger. I bet you keep that ring there just so that way you can pop it over one if you need to. Keep the dudes off you. That's fair. Anyhow, so she was in, or not in, she was on vacation. She was, where were we? Parasailing while on vacation in Budva, Montenegro. Everybody loves going to Budva. Sadly, she was caught desperately pulling off her jacket and undoing her harness before tragically plummeting to her death on camera last Wednesday. The Serbian woman, she didn't look Serbian. I was going like Puerto Rican or Brazilian, like Serbian. Huh. King Kong. Digger will be back. Digger never left. Anyways, so the Serbian woman can be seen in the clip breaking free after pulling on her safety equipment and sadly losing her grip on the harness. I just, of course, The harness is buckled in so you don't have to hold on to it. Your strength isn't a factor. It just holds you. Isaac Walmart saying, we're all Digger lovers here. Yeah, Digger 420 is a great time. Wild Saffron, I didn't mention. No, you didn't. Digger 420, LMAO, now I'm gone. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're laughing at Wild's jokes, you lying chat-addicted lady. She is addicted to chats. It's something that I've realized. It's not just it's not like a my show, her show. It's literally any show. If you weren't here at all yesterday, we were discussing how yesterday her and I were watching the Meme Copium video. And while rewatching a previously aired video, simply watching it together, she's getting distracted like a dog seeing a squirrel because of someone's, not even because of what they said, just their name in the chat. She's like, oh, I haven't seen that guy in a while. And it's like, okay, what's the big, what was that? What does that mean? Oh no, it doesn't mean anything. I just haven't seen them in a while. All right. Lot of energy. Can I hit play again? Like I kept stopping it thinking there was a reason. No, this house will take 4 more hours. That house will take 4 more hours. Yeah, it's going to take a while. Bring Digger back, says Brian. I didn't send her anywhere. She chose not to be here today. She wanted to do, I don't know, mildly productive work for money. All right, so she's helping do stuff in her, I don't know. Have her explain it. Adam Simon, sup, fools. Welcome, Adam Simon. Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. I don't know if you guys missed it. Brian, you might have missed it. We were talking about, let's open image and new tab again. And boop, and let's move this one. What, here? That works. That works. Boom. All right, so let's go ahead and flippity flop. Bam. So this is the lady in question, the Serbian lady in question. I don't understand what she did that could lead her to this, but anyhow, she was in Budva or Buduva? Budva? I don't know. Budva. Name your cities better. Budweiser, Montenegro. She was in Budweiser, Montenegro. Sadly, she is no longer with us, and this is not okay. But the Serbian woman can be seen in this clip, and I can't find the clip. I don't know if I want to, though, because that falling to my death would suck. So I don't know that I want to see it, you know? Breaking free after pulling her safety equipment off and sadly losing her grip on the harness. At this time, it is not clear why the woman pulled her equipment off mid-air, but some local media people have reported that she allegedly had a panic attack while flying and screamed, "Put me down," only moments before she fell. Her body was later taken from the water. A representative for the parasailing company convinced her to try the sport, even offering her a free fly. Oh no! So she didn't go to do this. Somebody was trying to push the sail, wanted to, slip Hottie Batati into a fucking harness and maybe get a picture of her, popping her titties out a little bit up on the harness and try to make some money. Uh-oh. Someone was like, oh, this pretty lady thinking with their dick, and now look what you got on your hands. She wasn't ready for heights, my friend. The owner, Mirko Kurdzik, shared a statement that the entire team were left stunned by the tragic loss, adding that the woman showed no sense of fear before taking off. A second local media company reported that suicide has been mentioned, but her family strongly denies these claims. Yeah, I'm going to strongly deny these claims, too. No offense. No offense. That lady's not depressed. Nobody's letting that lady walk around feeling bad for herself, okay? I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what corner of the planet we're on. That lady is not going into that lady's not going to a beach or a fucking social function without some attention. All right? I'm pretty sure depressed, I ain't going to buy it. Panic attacks can feel like drowning. The brain doesn't know what it's doing, just doing. Again, I talked with she's not on the show, so I can totally badmouth her. I talked with Digger about this, and she's like, I've had panic attacks, and I've never had one that would make me do that. I myself can never say I've had a panic attack. At least not one that's going to do that. I all my neurotic shit is, you know, like, for lack of a better term, it's all got one source, so it's pretty easy. Fiery Red Podcast. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Brian. Good to see you, buddy. Level 66 Samurai. Not that anybody asks. Level 66. God, it's fucking hot in here. I want to go home. Brian, it's not hot in here, but I know how you feel. I want to be relaxing. I want to be taking my time. Oh, hold on. I just Ivy's mom just sent me a picture of my adorable little kid. I got to look at this. I love my little girl. She is awesome and so cool. She's doodling. I love you, baby. All right, I love that kiddo. She's going to be coming down after the show gets done. She'll be all excited, like, hey, let's, I got to crack open the windows, turn on all the fans, be like, all right, give me about 5 minutes. Then you can send her down while I stash everything. She'll come running in here. And then we'll just turn on the TV, hang out on the couch the whole time. Then when she's had her fill, she'll be like, can I go back upstairs now, Daddy? I'll be like, absolutely, baby. And then she'll run right back upstairs. Johnny, she probably signed an anti-sue waiver before going up. Well, an anti-sue waiver might save the business. But I'm calling bullshit on the guy that, because I guarantee you there was somebody thinking with his dick, like, no, come on. Slap on one of these tight harnesses. Let me get you all buckled up and go for a ride, baby. Hoping maybe, like, did she give him a number? Like, oh, it was so nice. She got an end-of-life flight. Well, it sounds like she got a free ride and a free fall. She didn't have to pay at all. She got a free ride and a free fall. Oh! I'm a horrible person, let's be clear. I'm a horrible person, and I'm not celebrating that lady's passing. I am asking some questions about, like, so how bad is parasailing business that you got to do, like, trying to push for this? And also, ladies, know your limits, right? No guy is like, hey, yeah, throw me in a parasailing thing. I'm going to be fine. Like, they're already thinking, oh, I'm going to be in the air. Oh, I'm going to be held up. Yeah, no, all right. You're either with it or you're not, you know? Balls deep. Ayo! Right? Oh, kiddo, don't know why I hear potato. Oh. I had one in, what is balls deep? Did he just call his kid a potato? No, I called her a kiddo. Kiddo is my main nickname for my daughter. There is one other person I've occasionally called kiddo, but generally if I say kiddo, I'm talking about my daughter. I also call her, we call her Royal Cryness. She's imagine that, my kid can be whiny. So we call her Royal Cryness, and then, what's the other nicknames, the lovely nicknames we have her? Goobaroo. I like Goobaroo. So there we go. But Goobaroo, I mean, So like when I'm talking to her mom, like, I love that little kiddo, like that, we know that. King Kong Dong, I'm a potato. Be careful, if you go near Crowder, he'll eat you. That's not a potato, it's a banana phone. Oh God. Luckily Digger's not here, or somebody would play that just to make her giggle. I do love that about her, how she just laughs at stuff. You know, just like she'll be sitting here, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. Like she can have, you know, thoughts and be depressed or upset or whatever. She has the full emotional gambit that everyone else has. But she also has something I haven't seen in a lot of people, where she just has a giggle button. So it doesn't matter, like we're talking about, oh, and thousands of people were killed, puppies and babies strewn in streets, and she's like, oh, it's so sad. And then she'll just ha 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 if someone does banana phone. You know, and it's magical. It's brilliant. My lost interest. Is this a child or a pet? Digger? I don't know. Don't lie. Digger is trying her hardest to not comment. That might be why I occasionally mention her. King Kong Dong. Johnny, I'm still offering you to ride shotgun in the golf cart at the golf tournament. We'll see how it goes. All right. Because one, Saturday is going to wipe me out pretty bad. and I'm going to have to recover from that. But now I've apparently agreed to show up early morning Sunday at the fucking golf course and hang out and do all that fun shit. So it's going to be great. Roy Sombrero, it's like a walk to remember, but opposite. So a roll to forget? I guess? I don't know. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go there. We got that done. We've got about 20 minutes left in the first hour. We still got plenty of stories to cover. We got a little video for that. Do we have we've got a video for that. So I think we're done with our rip and reads, aren't we? No, we got one for the Biden thing. We got a rip and read. All right, so we're going this. We'll go local first then. Tim Walz is Tim Walz is trying to go for president, I guess. I don't know what the deal is. He loves talking tough. I want to know where this is from. It's a clip on the internet of him at some sort of the South Carolina Democratic Party. So he's talking to the South Carolina Democratic Party. Okay. Let's hear what he's saying to them. I am just curious about this. Why would anyone believe or care what he's saying? Like, you are on the group that didn't win. Okay.
This, because I called Donald Trump a wannabe dictator, it's because he is. It's because he is.
Okay, go fuck yourself a million times over. I don't care if you believe what you're saying, and I don't even want to hear what your facts are on it. Not because I can't stand the idea of that. Sure, Donald Trump wannabe dictator, whatever. I don't believe that because he's not running for re-election in 2028, already confirmed. Anyways, you in particular, Tim Walz, don't get to call anybody a dictator. You who held on to your supreme authoritarian powers in the state of Minnesota until the government literally held on to your purse strings and said, no, abandon your powers or you don't have a budget. Until they came for the wallet. Then you finally let up. Before then, it was only Tim Walz gets to make the rules. It was dictator Tim Walz for the entire pandemic, while you, again, only gave up your powers. You made it sound democratic. We're like, well, the powers automatically end at the end of every month, but I can opt to renew them. And only when the budget came into the thing and they went, no, you don't get any more money. You don't get any more money. Then you stopped being a dictator. You are a tissue paper, milquetoast, limp-wristed son of a bitch of a dictator. And I can't take it when people like you go, oh, no, Donald Trump's a dictator. No, you actually were. Donald Trump is a Republican, I guess, and someone you don't like, sure. But so far, relatively tame on the whole what he's done front. With don't get me wrong, if Doge was voted for and passed, like, you could say, yeah, he's causing this issue, that issue, whatever issue. But a lot of the Doge stuff, by which I mean all of it, has been completely ignored by the rest of government. So it seems very much like we're not getting a whole lot done here. Dems are so out of touch, they think this guy can bring them back. That's also true. Oysters, Rockefeller, they're so out of touch, they think this guy's masculine. Look, I'll be the first person to tell you I am a pale white pussy in a wheelchair, but I think I could take that guy. I think I could take old Tim Walz. I dare to say I'm more of a man than Tim Walz. I made I made 12 shotgun shells and fired them all once in a class for a skeet shoot thing, and I think that makes me more masculine than this guy. All right? Donald Trump left it to the governors to decide. Dipfuck Tim chose to be the monster he sees in Trump. Yeah, it's projection 110%. Anyone that's lived in Minnesota that is willing to look past political affiliations can look at Tim's, like, if you look at the information of his record, what he did while he was in the, the DA he had or whatever, all of the stuff. You look at all of it. He was horrible. He was horrible to small businesses. He imposed rules for small businesses, but then he obfuscated those rules for his friends. Remember your diner that you use to feed your family, that's been in your family and been the kind of the backbone gathering place of this small town. That has to stay closed. Mom and pop shops can't stay open. My friend runs a candy store. What do you mean 6 foot distance? No, guys. They sell candied apples. We have to allow them to be open. That's produce. Fuck off. And if it didn't happen from stem to stern, coast to coast in every single state, I'd be like, all right, fine. You know what? This guy is one bad, corrupt person. But what we had, and I'm not even saying it's Democrat or Republican, I'm saying we had people putting the rules on society willfully putting the handcuffs on themselves, and then the rulers going, yeah, but we don't want to follow any of these rules. And so, yes, if those people who did that, like, say, Gavin Newsom, Tim Walz, Nancy Pelosi, those are just the 3 I'm thinking of off the top of my head that I know specifically did something. Where did our surplus go, Tim? Oh, I've got an answer for that. Tim's bank account is my personal guess. My personal guess, friends and family of Tim Walz, so they could keep the money in-house. But remember, the guy that took a state with the surplus we had and put it to a negative in like 4 years, he's not a problem. He's not a bad politician. Donald Trump's a dictator because he got elected and because some people don't like what he's doing with ICE or the way he says this or this, that, or the other message. Again, I haven't seen anything truly happen that can't just as quickly as and easily as it happened, unhappen. The one that I was willing to believe was like, hey, if you burn down everything, including positive stuff, to get this Doge shit crossed and this money, these money lines closed and things like that, it'd be harder to open them back up. But we're not even closing them. And Donald Trump's going to pass a bill that's increasing tax cuts and increasing spending. So it's just, hey, more of the same. Circle jerk right around the block, except now we're going to get all of the illegal people that Biden let enter the country at the same time. And so it's just kind of, just more of the same. Always feels weird to be here before noon Arizona time. Lexi, it's great to have you, though. So great to have you, in fact. Tegra had to say hi. Tegra came back just for Lexi. Say hi, Tegra. Say hello to the people. She's like, I'm not your puppet. I am a living being. A living being deserves life and respect. Milky, I don't really care. All righty. Our roads and our bridges still suck. 17 billion, Timmy. Where is it? Oh yeah, like I said, it went to the donation of friends and families of Tim Walz. Also, well, this part is that part was me talking out my ass in my opinion, but this part is me actually, like, truthfully, there's a lot of it that went to programs that Minnesota just blind rubber stamped because, yeah, it looks good on paper, and it turns out a bunch of people took advantage of those systems to make money. I won't point out how it's ironic that one community in particular seems to have just come over here and started going, hey, how can we fleece these people? But they did. So that's what Oompa Loompas look like when they're old, says Roy Sombrero. Right? Lexi. Aw, hi, Tegra. Yeah, she came in to say hi to Lexi. All right, let's get over this Tim clip. Tim Walz, again, in South Carolina, telling the Democrat Party that Donald Trump is a dictator. Keep in mind, whether you agree or not with what he's done. I'm just speaking facts here. He was apparently, as far as I know, he was legally elected. He has done and said everything he would do. He has done everything he said he was going to do. He's done. The tariffs thing, again, that's not dictator is going against your people's wishes and wills and ignoring laws, rules, and regulations in that regard. If there's a even vast minority, we'll go vast minority. If there's a 49% of people don't agree with Donald Trump, okay, fine. We still don't have dictator. We still don't have dictator. It would have to be like, no, nobody voted for this guy. Nobody asked this guy to be here, and he's just kind of there. Which is what a lot of people said about Elon Musk. Even though his was an appointed position. And again, did nothing. So I still don't have dictator. I don't have dictator. But all right, Tim, go.
Oh.
And, of course, a bunch of dumb South Carolina Democratic people. Yeah, Donald Trump's a dictator.
The governor's being mean, and the governor's speaking out on that.
Nobody said that. Nobody thinks you're mean or speaking out. What we think you are is full of shit.
Well, maybe it's time for us to be a little meaner. Maybe it's
right? Guys, it's time for us to be meaner. Remember, passive calls to violence that actually resulted in terroristic attempts on the life of the current president was not enough. Saying he was a threat to democracy wasn't enough. It's time to be meaner, Minnesota. It's time to be meaner. Donald Trump was a threat to democracy, and I said that on the campaign trail. Now it's time to be meaner. You're right, Tim. It's time to be meaner. I don't know why this man's allowed to be a governor since he's obviously a recipient of stolen valor. It's time to be meaner, Tim. Tim Walz was a recipient and beneficiary of stolen valor for several years until he went on to the national scale. My personal opinion is he knowingly participated in stolen valor of exaggerating his military career because he knew he could get away with it. That's right, Tim. It's time to be meaner. You look softer than a lesbian, Tim. I would rather get masculine advice from a blue-haired lady wearing a shirt that says "Bye for now" Pride Parade. Sir, you are a marshmallow in human form. But right. Remember, Tim, it's time to be meaner. This guy probes his wet dreams about Hillary Clinton and maybe Bill. Probs.
Be a little more fierce. Because
remember, guys, we weren't fierce enough. We kept saying that these people can't be allowed to take control of anything, or it'll be anarchy in the streets and democracy will be dead. And the people that took that message to heart have already responded with physical violence upon other people's property, Tesla dealerships, and our current sitting president. But remember, it's because the Democratic message isn't mean enough now.
we have to.
What a fuck. By the way, I gotta stop pausing this. I'm learning the worst habits from people. What a soft ass piece of shit to go out and pull this. Look, violence isn't okay, but it's time for us to be mean. You've been talking. He talks so big and bad about being a tough guy, about being meaner, when he's on a stage in front of a group of people who will applaud no matter what he does because he has a D in front of his name. Like, no, and I know this happens on both sides, Republican and Democrat, but at these things, I feel like you could literally come out as a barking seal. Hey, guys, I'm Tim Walz. Arr, 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 and the whole audience will, yes, 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 yes. Guys, it's time to be meaner. It's time for us to actually, like Tim, and you won't double down and lean in. You won't double down. It's time for us to be meaner and to call for actual violence and say that our liberal rules and by God, if we aren't allowed to force society to be the way we want, then we'll round all of you up. I learned a few things when I stayed in China. Like, just lean in, Tim. He doesn't give a shit about our state, clearly, when we have huge problems here. Yeah, because this is him. He got a taste of the limelight. Dictator Tim Walz may not have ever had any aspirations of the Oval Office, but when Kamala Harris had to come in for Joe Biden shitting the bed, and they went, hey, we need to put a guy on there to back up Kamala, to maybe help, to maybe lock down some votes in the Midwest, but we don't want to put Newsom or anybody, we don't want to put a brand that we could burn on there. The Democrats went, who do we have? And they said Tim Walz. And Tim Walz went, I love the opportunity. And Tim Walz is stupid enough to think that he almost had a shot at winning. He didn't. And when he lost the election, because he was gonna, he goes, oh, well, I'm clearly presidential material now. I've been on the stage. I've been out there. Again, I'd feel very, very, very bad for this country if we voted in the first sitting politician that I know of for committing stolen valor. Maybe they all do, but I don't know. I personally don't know about it. King Kong Don corrected me. He wasn't shitting the bed. He was lost in the closet. That's after he shit the bed. He needed a change of clothes. Either way, Tim Walz, Minnesota Marshmallow, loves going to all of these Democratic Democratic things and loves bragging about what a tough guy he is, loves making his edgy jokes like, I watched Tesla stock drop just as my own personal pick-me-up. I mean, forget the fact that I knowingly invested our state's money in Tesla, so its stock drop hurts my constituents and myself directly. But, hey, it's a good joke, right? Tim Walz, first tampon presidential candidate. That one doesn't even bother me. I could give two shits about tampons in the bathroom. There's so many other real problems. Like, that one's the smoke screen issue to me. The tampons in the bathroom, tampon Tim, fucking don't care. Like, when you ignore the flashy stuff and you look at the day-to-day, how did he run the state? Well, financially, in a matter of 4 years, took a $17 billion surplus, put it into a $5 billion deficit, so he plum fuckered about $21 billion out of the state. At the first chance that he could, he took away all of the citizens' rights and held on to them, no matter what. Every time and time again, for the stupidest and most flimsiest of excuses, never gave it up until they came for his checkbook, cha-ching, suddenly did. I mean, what does that tell you? That's CCP action all over. They suck the wealth out of the group of the common people. If the common people get out of line, they lock them down. There you go. He's got some honkers on him, right? Bob has bitch tits, is what I'm saying. Massive breasts for a man, says Roy Sombrero.
Ferociously push back on this. And again, I'll speak to my teacher colleagues in here. The thing that bothers a teacher more than anything is to watch a bully.
You're a bully! I have bad news for you. During your pandemic, you bullied a lot of businesses who just said, hey, how about we open up and let people make their own decisions? And you said, no, not allowed, because I say so. And then you literally let other people open their businesses because you thought it was okay for Walmart. It was okay for Target. It's not okay for your local grocery store. Explain that shit, Tim. You are a bully. The worst thing a teacher is watching a bully. Well, I've got bad news for you. The LGBTQ community. You want to talk about bullies? You don't like them? You don't agree with them every lockstep? All of a sudden, they're bullying you left, right, and sideways. We got a whole lot of people going after Tesla businesses and people who own Teslas. I'm sorry, but you guys are the bullies in this scenario. The COVID policy stayed in during the summer because of George Floyd's. That's the other thing. Tim Walz closed down businesses, wouldn't let families make money, had detrimental effects on that. But none of the people 6 foot distancing goes out the wall when you're when you're marching for peace, burning down a police precinct.
Watch this bully and to stop it. And when it's a child, you talk to them. And you tell them why bullying's wrong. But when it's adult like Donald Trump, you bully the shit out of him back.
All right. So according to Tim's rules, when it's a child, you talk to him so you understand it's wrong. Okay, all right, Tim, I can see you're very upset. Tim, stop eating the crayons, Tim, stop shitting your pants for 5 minutes and let me explain how you doing all of this is bullying. Again, and I think the stuff we're talking about sounds like we're talking about kids and trans rights stuff. And if that's the case, again, I don't know if you know this or not, but telling girls that they have to take a backseat to a dude in sports is bullying. Let's use our words, Tim. We have to bully him back harder. Guys, he's bullying these people. What do you mean bullying these people? Well, he's just going with what a lot of people agree with. It's bullying. Oh, is it? Oh, is it speech therapy day? Oh, no, she's getting a haircut. Oh. Jelly, I wish I had known. Guru getting a haircut. Tim Walz will never leave Minnesota. His national political career is over. Right, it is. But he doesn't know that. And that's why this is also very, very funny. He thinks that this, like, pretending to be I'm a big, bad, mean, scary guy thing actually works or means anything. Like, Tim Walz is the only person, despite the fact that it's been brought up, broached, and talked about on Joe Rogan, it's been talked about nationally, Tim Walz is the only person who believes he's masculine. But nobody in his campaign group is going to call him on it, because why would they? Why would you? You're getting paid. What the fuck do you care? You're making your money. Screw that noise. So, yeah. Tim Walz. Hey, retard. Don't talk to me. Oh, you mean Tim. You've still got at least 2 years before you can run for being the Dem nominee anyway. Fucking dumbass stolen valor motherfucker. That's the one that pisses me off the most. Well, not the most, I should say second most. Second most, the stolen valor thing. The stolen valor thing pisses me off. I don't like, I never served, let's be clear, was never in the military. My grandfather, my brother, everybody but me served in the army because their legs move freely. But the point is, I never served, but I don't like people that take credit for that. I don't like people being like, hey, I was in the army. Like, it's really easy to just say that shit, right? And most people I know that served, they don't really wear it on their sleeve. They don't really go, hey, I served, whatever. I have never really known people like that. Most of the people who are vocal about it are usually full of shit. And in the case of Tim Walz, he was in the National Guard. He, however, never served in any combat scenario whatsoever that I know of. I know he was deployed, but I'm pretty sure he was deployed to non-combat zones. I could be wrong on that. However, he lied about his rank. He lied about areas that he served. And the part that pisses me off the most, he publicly, this is it's documented, it's proven, he promised to stay in the military and serve if he was elected, and the moment he was elected, he told all of his brothers and sisters in the army to fuck off because he wasn't going to do it. So yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. He's a lying piece of shit. We can only hope and pray he loses in 2026 and is no longer our governor. I severely doubt that, because strippers got me banned. This is one of the reasons I fucking have no faith in voting in Minnesota. The majority of people around the state can feel one way about it. But how do the two counties in the center feel? They get to hold sway. And oh boy, isn't Tim their savior. So, good luck with that. Personally, I think we'd be plumb fuckered. Is this a bad time to ask about the gorilla? Aww. It's not available, but thank you, Lexi. He said 20% of the time he's a knucklehead that can't do his job right, and he wants to hold public office. Well, I don't know if you know this or not. 20% of the time, Tim. Now, I understand numbers are hard. 20% of the time, I'd say that'd be about the time you do your job right. Minnesota is fucked. They like him, and Minneapolis is Fry's fault, not Tim's. I'm not saying Minneapolis is Fry's fault or Tim's fault. I'm saying Minneapolis and the Twin Cities. I'm saying those counties hold a bigger sway over who they're voting. What side of the line does Fry land on? So who's he going to back? Who's he going to push? Who's he going to say, run for this guy? Can I run as Dem governor for your state? I mean, I don't know the rules, but I mean, possibly. I'd do it, but I don't run. You know what? That's funny. That's what we should do. We should run for governor. And I should be like, why? Because it can't be any worse than Walz. The worst part is a lot of people might agree with me, but not enough to win an election. Not with the way gerrymandering works. All right, so there we go. Tim talking big and bold once again. Your typical talk strong guy. That's kind of because he's a pussy. So we've got that. Saint make Minneapolis great again. Well, it could start with, I didn't realize this, Minnesota has been making a history of just opening pipelines to horrible places and saying, why don't you people come here? Because we did it with other countries and within our own. Just horrible areas like, there's a lot of crime, there's a lot a lot of issues with this, that, and the other. Oh, well, we better open our doors to these people. Clearly, the problem is nobody's giving them a warm welcome and a Minnesota hello. That's when you get a fish and you just put it on their dick. It would be interesting to see an electoral college type of voting for states. Red would win 85 to 87 counties. Granted, the metro counties would have more electoral votes. They couldn't beat 97%. I mean, it would be more interesting. But again, like, that's the weird part about the setup is like, oh, no, but most of these people. Yeah, but all of these people in this one area, they really like this guy. The rest of the state doesn't. You put all those together. Yeah, but that doesn't work as nicely. Is Minnesota a sanctuary for other countries? I don't know about a sanctuary, but it seems like we certainly, because the Somalians, and then what was it, the recent one, that the Haitians, apparently we've been taking people from Chicago, and I was someone, I forget who was telling it might have been Imholt, actually, but yeah, we've apparently been a pipeline for a couple of shitty cities and the people in them to come here. And like I said, it worked out as well as some of us would have predicted. Let's just say that. Right. Laos and Somalia, Hmong also. I didn't know that. We're among. All right, so we have this video. Speaking of people who've had violence suffered upon them, this is a wax statue. Thank you, voice crack. I needed to sound like a pussy. This is a wax statue of French's president. And Francis, not French's. French's ketchup. Anyways, so France's president recently kind of got bitch slapped by his wife. I'm going to be honest. Bitch slapped by his wife on a plane very publicly. So I don't know if that's in relation to this, but apparently in France, this is how they're responding to their president. What did the five finger say to the face? I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, the five fingers say to the face. Oh, my bad. France's president, right? French's does mustard, not ketchup. I thought I said French's mustard. Shit. People just walked in. Apparently the security is very lax in these places. You just walk in and take wax statues. They just covered him up and they hauled him off. They just walked in and took him. Greenpeace decided to take him for what? A photo shoot? Oh, because he's using uranium and natural gas. So you guys all live in huts that are solar powered then, right? You don't go home and go on the internet and open your fridge and watch TV. You don't do all of the stuff that relies on all of the shit that you're against right now. All right, so now they're what? If you're gonna steal it to make a point, don't be gentle with it. So they just, again, I don't know. Did they steal it or did they schedule a photo op? French President Emmanuel Macron wax replica kidnapped from the Grevin Museum in Paris by climate activists. The real Macron, this is the real Macron, and he's just trying to get away from his wife. Oh, that's funny. The group, Greenpeace, blasted Macron, saying he does not deserve to be exhibited in this world-renowned cultural institution until he has terminated French contracts with Russia and driven an ambitious and sustainable ecological transition across Europe. But that's not literally possible. But I don't care. It's what I want. That's what I see with these fucking climate activist people. You don't have a plan. You just demand that people make a thing a thing. That's like walking in and going, I demand that pigs have wings. It's not possible. But it's what I want. That's not possible. Again, a driving a sustainable ecological transition across Europe. So in other words, you want to kill billions of people because I have bad news for you. This world is built on power. That's the way it's built right now. That's the way we're working right now. And if you have a replacement for that power source, yeah, we can keep this world working and we can get rid of those fossil fuels. Hinky dinky, bye-bye, they're gone. But solar and wind, in practice, sound great. In practice, not really working as expected. Not ready to pick up the burden. Not ready to shoulder the weight of this whole situation. And you can't just turn off the old one with nothing to put there. Otherwise, we have to go backwards. Backwards to when we can't have food refrigeration, when people can't have medicines, when travel requires a fucking horse. And bad news bears, that means we're going to lose some lives, people. They've convinced most of the... yeah, that's the problem, Royce and Barrow. Not enough people remember, like, I barely do. But it was like the early 80s when they switched from global cooling to global warming. We were originally we were killing the ozone and everything else, and so you had to be worried about the radiation from the sun. And oh boy, were we having trouble with temperatures. Like for a while there was like worries about global cooling, like a new ice age is coming. And they're like, guys, the temperatures keep getting warmer. That's because it's global warming. And the problem in both cases was the same thing. Like the people pushing the problem were the ones who had a problem. They're just looking for any excuse because that's what they do. Solar is great in Arizona. The electric company cuts us a $30 to $50 check every month for solar power sold to them. Is that your whole bill? Like you don't own it, you don't owe any money. You don't owe any money. It's just the solar power. And yeah, in Arizona, where it's dry and sunshiny all day, most every day, would you like to try that in, say, Seattle? Or, ooh, here's one, Minnesota. No bill. All right, so yeah, so you're paying your bill and making $30 to $50. Like I said, that's great. And in Minnesota, that's not a thing. Because there's a lot of days it's not very bright out. Oh, never LMFAO. Aw. It won't work in here. It won't work over here or in Seattle. All right, so we've got this one from Daily Wire. Hunter Biden, apparently, I don't know who, this is what's apparently circulating. Hunter Biden's favorite prostitute. I didn't know we knew who that was. Hunter Biden's favorite prostitute charged with manslaughter. Cheryl Ann DeBoves popped up repeatedly in the data on Hunter Biden's laptop. Hunter hired her for orgies, contacted her for drugs, and sent payments to her. And in one message, DeBoves told Hunter that he had too many girls at his orgies, which apparently dampened the mood. Biden texted her when he wanted sex or someone to procure drugs and funded her drug habit with transfers through Venmo and Cash App. Well, damn, Hunter. Throw me some money through Venmo or Cash App. We're struggling to make tomorrow's 40. So, hey, whatever we can do. Let's see. So the Cash App was addicted, and when it was convenient for him in 2018, she texted him that the drug dealers were threatening her, saying, "Can you please help me? Like, he scares me a lot. I hate when men threaten women." There's no record of Biden replying, and he ignored desperate pleas for DeBoers until texting to ask for a naked FaceTime. Look, I'm having a lot of trouble in life. Yeah, but can you show me your tits? Who's also scammed America by applying for COVID relief funds for her business, was charged in April with manslaughter and drug possession after allegedly smuggling drugs into prison that ended up killing another inmate. Aw, well, that's... Barbara Howell apparently overdosed on the heroin DeBoers procured, many times laced with fentanyl as well. Well, you know, just shoot Hunter another naked FaceTime. We'll see what we can unwrite with that, I guess. Oh, now we're talking about Lexi, very happy to flaunt her electric energy, saying never LMFO. It went from global cooling to global warming to climate change to global boiling back to climate change. Right, King Kong Dong, because, again, every time they pick one to stick, it doesn't really seem like it's going to fit, and they keep making the same arguments. You have to give up the life you like, and you have to agree to live on a system of, again, electricity. Here's one thing people like: if you have coal burning or wood burning stoves or grills, or we can't encourage that. No, you need your electric grill. Why? Because it's better for the environment. And what other reasons could they possibly want? It's not like we're trying to convince you to be reliant on us to be able to plug in everything for your life, and that we could then use the power as our new way of going, hey, do what we say, or it's back to the dark ages for you. That's why I don't trust this solar power stuff. Because they pitch it like, oh, no, you do this, you can get off the grid. You don't need to rely on people at all. Right, I don't need to rely on the power company. But I have to hook it up to you guys to help you. What if I just want to set it up myself and not be involved? No, we have to know. It's now 84 in my office. What are you doing? Working in a sweatshop? Like, literally, that's what they make is sweat? Can you guys not crack a window? Scorcher 7. When hell freezes again. Brian, it is, but like Johnny said, it's only practical in desert areas. Aw. Nuclear grill is not available. Right? I want to use radioactive isotopes to cook my meat. And I want to live in a world where we can do that. And I'm proud to be an American where I can scream, hey, hold my beer. Let's open up the Venmo, the PayPal, Cash App so we don't miss anybody. I dread doing that. And I say that, I've already missed somebody. Papa Daddy Labby throwing $40 at us. Buying out tomorrow. So that puts us at 65 for June 5th. Thursday, June 5th, our new goal day. Let's put that in on the sheet. Throwing it in there and click save. On to the everything. That means anything on Twitch that comes through, all of the any further Venmos, PayPal, Cash App stuff, knocking off the goal. Again, thank you, Papa Daddy Labby. Thank you, sir. We are very, very grateful. I'll have to get electricity from magnetic power, self-propelled. Really? Is that true, St. Aaron? They make electric grills that look like gas barbecue grills. So fucking gay. Yeah, dude, Lexi, I agree with you. If it's not going to be a gas grill, don't make it look like a gas grill. If your electric cooking grill is so great, it should be able to look like a fancy newfangled electric grill. I was today years old when I found out all these huge data processing things have small nuclear reactors to run power for them. That's so weird. I don't know what you're talking about. Magnetic power won't work when the Earth poles flip. Solar and wind would be best, says Brian the Science. I like my Traeger pellet-fed smoker. I enjoy wood cooking, if I'm honest. I like campfire cooking. I don't like Kingsford charcoal. I don't like coal. I like wood cooking. Good wood cooking. You know what I mean? Smoking, especially with the right fruit woods, like hickory isn't a fruit, I suppose. But with the right wood, smoked food is great. But I love campfire cooking. I haven't gotten to use my campfire fire pit thing yet. And I want to use my fire pit. I don't have any money, but maybe after the anniversary show, I'll have money. I'll get a couple of steaks. I'll just sit out and just fucking cook some steaks on my fire pit. You know, just fucking badass. Alrighty, so let's close this there. We saved that. Again, thank you very much, Lab Glass. for the $40. Charcoal is best, says Saint Laurent. I don't know, man. I like wood. SH, how do you pondu? He had the same one since I was a kid. What? My uncle made an old refrigerator into a smoker, and it's great. You could turn a lot of shit into a smoker, but that sounds kind of cool. I'd like to see that. Let's catch up with the chat over there on Rumble. I hate having too many chicks at the orgy. More men, says Lab Glass. That's not okay. Nuclear grill is not available. Cooks meat in seconds. I thought you were banned, woman. Who are we talking about? Oh, I thought you banned women. Oh, okay. The Simpsons ruined nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is safe. It's safer than a lot of things, but yeah. Simpsons, 3 Mile Island, Japan really didn't help. I'll cook your wood, my prison oven, says Lab Glass. I don't like how that sounds. Electric master built smoker is the best, uses wood chips. I love smoking hickory pellets, and I am looking at barrel smoker soon. I used to work with my my dad who had a fucking industrial smoker, it was on a trail, like a fucking huge ass thing. And then I've used like the barrel smokers and the chimney smokers. I don't know that I've ever noticed a difference between barrel and chimney smoked. I feel like it's relatively the same, but again, I don't know. What do I know? I know I don't know. That's what I know. I know I don't know. All right, we have one last video. We're about halfway through our second hour again. We're going until 4:30 today because we have our goal knocked out for today, and thanks to Lab Glass for tomorrow as well. Knocked out all the way through tomorrow. So tomorrow, Wednesday with Digger, already fully paid. Thank you so much. And anything we get on Twitch or our subs and everything that we've already gotten on Twitch, all of that will kick over, knock another 5, 10 or whatever off. It's a beautiful thing. I'd live near a nuclear power plant. I'd feel safer than living right under the high-tension wires. Those give you cancer. See, here's where the thing is. I do live relatively close to a nuclear power plant. I don't feel safer. I feel like here's where I can understand what you're saying. The high tension wires, worried about them giving you cancer. Right. But here's I'm a couple of miles away from the nuclear power plant, and if it were suddenly go kablooey, I'm in the blast radius in terms of just like nuclear fallout. But how weird would it be if that happened and suddenly my MS is cured and I'm a superhero? Right? Like, would I make that sacrifice if God knows how many lives, if that's how it turned out, and you're telling me my daughter's not one of the lives sacrificed? Okay, I'm on. That's horrible. Don't say that. Nuclear power plants don't blow up. Well, it's not. I'm not saying that it would blow up, like explode, like on its own. I'm saying, like, if you wanted to just pollute an area, if there were someone to say, and I'm not saying I'm worried this is going to happen any day, but let's say for whatever reason, let's do a little thought experiment. Let's pretend that for, say, like the process of, 4 years, the borders were so open, multiple people from multiple terrorist organizations were able to get into the country, and they wanted to figure out some way to just fucking do some damage. Saying you could use that to do it. That's all I'm saying. And the problem is if you did use it to do it, while a fair distance away, still in the danger zone. Danger zone. If you live near a nuclear power plant and it explodes, I don't think it's going to be a nuclear reaction. Again, I don't think that we're going to get a nuclear reaction. I think someone's going to, again, like blow up the building and just put a lot of nuclear material in the air. There isn't enough nuclear material in the plant to melt down like Chernobyl or however you spell it. Again, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people literally just making the plant go boom and it putting nuclear material into the air. But I could be wrong. The plant near us is right on the Mississippi. Guess what? That takes a lot out of our country from here to New Orleans. If it, like, irradiated the river, yeah. I don't know. You know what I know? I don't know. We all hope it's working. And you know what? It's all going to be fine. Nothing's going to go wrong until an asteroid smashes into our planet and kills us all. Boop, it's over. And it was all for naught. All right, let's go to this. Although, I don't know, people are having fun with the chat. We can keep this. Nuclear reactor facilities also use DEI hiring practices. Yeah, that can't go wrong. Johnny ends up being the Flash in the weirdest fucking brain fuck of all time. Right, Lab Glass? That would be great. That'd be great. You're talking about a dirty boomer not typing it. Wait, what, St. Aaron? The plant near us is right on the Mississippi. Guess what? I'm saying radiation the river. Okay. Is that a dirty boomer? What's a dirty boomer, St. Aaron? Johnny becomes the Flash. Legs still don't work. Yeah, but I can wheel it like the speed of sound. All right, so I'm not quite as fast because I still got to do the arm work, but oh boy. I live where they make the nuclear energy fuel and store weapon-grade nuke stockpiles. I'm more worried about the gay frogs, three-eyed deer, and foggy mornings. Have you seen three-eyed deer? It's been documented. It's proven that we have gay frogs. Have you seen three-eyed deer? I'd love it. Is it in the middle? Is it balanced? Because, like, if you got, like, a three-eyed deer in the middle, I'd be like, what kind of wackadoo Nazi psycho Satan dream am I having? Get away from me, demons. Johnny gets super legs and speed, but he watches his arms stop walking. No! Or working. No! My arms stopped walking. They weren't walking to begin with. No! Why can't I just have... Why does it have to come at a cost? Why can't I just have a body that works like most normal people? That's one reason why I get so annoyed at fat people. I'm like, you just let that happen? Really? Do you realize how hard I would fucking run for like days if you gave me my legs today? Like I would start and it wouldn't stop for a while. Breaking news, Netflix and Yahoo are merging and moving headquarters to Jerusalem. They will now be known as Netanyahu. Wild Saffron still letting it fly with the dad jokes. My great aunt lived under a high tension line. Her and almost 20 others in that same neighborhood developed MS. No bullshit. Fuck. Did I live under high tension lines? I don't know about high tension lines, but I definitely lived near some power lines before. Three-eyed deer. Call when women have three boobs, says St. Aaron. Right? Call me when we've got a problem I want to solve. I know how people have taken video of the area that was messed up from Chernobyl. There are still people living there. There have been forever. Right? It's not like it's a complete ghost town. They just grow extra appendages. I fear Jewish control of our currency way more than extremely safe state-of-the-art nuclear power generation facility. Netflix is a brainchild of Edward Bernays, father of propaganda. Don't get saucy with me, Bernays. Japan survived. Yeah, they're still here. And we hit them with weapons for the first couple of times, and then after that they blew up their factories or nuclear power facilities. So I think it's all right. And in fact, they love using nuclear technology over there because they ain't got no oil. All right. So I don't know if we're going to get to this at some point. We should get to this at some point, right? Because we're like halfway through the first hour, and this is our last video. Or halfway through the second hour, and this is our last video from the first hour. You know what'll help if we smoke more weed. That'll be a thing. I am surprised. I do want to take a moment. We're going to go ahead and get the community leaderboard here. We're going to go ahead and get the stats on that. I thought Digger would get sucked in more. I thought we could mention her and get her sucked in more. She is still at third, though, with 75 experience points. Currently, running the leaderboard is King Kong Dong with 150 XP, Matthew with 125, Digger with 75, and then from 4th to 10th with 75, Isaac Walmart coming in at 11 with 50, and then 25 at 16 and higher. So just a couple of comments and you get in on that little leaderboard. That's fun. I don't know what any of that means. Japan survived. King Kong Dong. I'm a winner. You're a winner today. That's the beautiful thing about that little community XP leaderboard. Resets every episode. You get to be on there, and everyone gets a new chance. Every day is a fresh start. We're going until 4:30, so we've got 2 hours left in the program. Give us a thumbs up on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Thank you very much. This is NSU. They are celebrating graduation. Now, I know we all think about, hey, this is a big moment. Like when it happens, you think it's a big moment. But I gotta say, I'm Johnny's hoe. I don't know about that, King Kong Dong. I'm apparently I am Lab Glasses hoe because Daddy Labby threw that 40 at us. So I'm Lab Glasses hoe, unfortunately. But yes, I'm a winner. Says King Kong Dong. Good for you. Good for you. As far as graduations, though, like they don't mean anything. Like especially the high school one. What's NSU? I think that's north of somewhere university. Oh, I don't know. Not Saskatoon University. Probably Nevada State University. But I'd like to imagine. Or it could be North Carolina. Is this the tech brawl? No, it's not a brawl. It's not a brawl. That large human in gray almost blends in. Right? That person has camo on. By the way, guys, gray person holding the yellow planner. Can I get a gender ruling? Because I don't know which way to go. It's Pat, and I'm afraid. I would like to give props before starting this video to that poor chair. Oh, boy, were you expected to do way more than you should have. Oh, dear Lord. Somebody is really, really testing the maximum load-bearing capacity of that metal construction. That poor chair. Oh. Let's go with they, them, says Lexi. All right, well, let's hit play. This is only 43 seconds. It's not very long, and this is not a fight. This is not a fight. This is a graduation. This is a celebration. Oh! Too many people having their it's all about me moment. Oh, my God. How did you not? All right. 2 questions. One, first of all, I don't know if you were going to make it without her intervening. Let's be clear. She gave you a very nice excuse, so you should say thank you. Secondly, let's be clear about this. How do you not feel this lady walking up behind you? That stage is not that solid, and she's running like, hey! And so, again, too busy being the center of attention, looking out, does not see ninja run pose here. Naruto's about to kick it into high gear. And right about here, this is where everyone regretted it. Oh, God, 2 seconds into the film. Let's slow this down, and we'll drop the audio playback speed. Let's get it at 0.5. Nope, I feel like you didn't get. Oh, we did. All right, playback speed 0.5. Let's take that audio. You know what? Fuck it. Nobody's in there. Let's do it this way. All right, let's see that again. Super slow-mo. Oh, damn. Dude, you turned around in time to see that guy's ass coming for your face. You turned around to see that guy's ass coming for your face. Notice they aren't sitting on the stage. No, they're not sitting on the stage. They're walking them through. They're saying their names, walking them through, and they're picking up their diplomas on the other side. That's how they did it at mine. At my high school, well, this is college, I'm guessing, but my high school graduation, they literally just had 2 podiums of people calling names. One person, the other person, one person, the other person. You walked up, you walked up on the stage, you're like, hey, and you grabbed your diploma and you left. King Kong Dong, My God, that fat lady was going to start a family. Her ovaries are cut in half. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. You weren't making that. If I'm gonna, you know what? Say what you will. She did you a favor. Yeah, dude, you weren't making it. You were close, but your toes were gonna catch. Fatty gave you a way out. We had a 2-part graduation for 540 of us. So yeah, it was there was like 600 something in my graduating class, and they just they rifled them off. One then the other, one then the other. So let's see how it goes from there. All right, so we saw the main moment. We saw when worlds collide. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, another angle of it. Oh, dude. Like he ninja kicked her. And the worst part is, now it's really hard for her to get up. That's very embarrassing. She has to deal with that, forever being known as the fat lady who got kicked. Because, again, none of us would know that or focus on that, but she's prominent in the film. And we have nothing else to go on. Didn't deserve anything. Again, because you had to make a show of it. Nobody else. He's like, oh, well, I'm going to give them plenty of space. I feel like, dude, why couldn't you have told her, hey, hang back a minute. Give me plenty of space. I'm going to do a backflip. I feel like that's something you announce. And also, in fairness, there is kind of like a spacing thing. And the problem is we have 2 showboaters back to back. So he wants to flip, but she wants to run in and be like, hey, everybody, I'm the one who's funny. Like, right. Oh, now she's going to get blood all over her gown. He feels horrible, as you should. As you should. Take away his diploma. He doesn't graduate now. SH, I skipped college graduation. We went up the road. My mom's graduation was 12 people. The whole school had less than 100 students. Right, and yep, Johnny said it. I was typing it. What did my lost interest say? Just walk up. No need for you to be a retard. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Your family that you're going to take pictures with of, oh, look, I got like a bug bite that I keep scratching. That's going to turn into a thing later. I got to stop futzing with that. But no, your family that you brought with you, those are the people that are going to be like, oh, dude, look at this. Oh, this is great. This, that, the other. Yeah, those people will look at your graduation moment as a, wow, we're so proud. The rest of us could give a fuck. My wife's graduation was 46. Dude, how old is your 46? So that's what? That's 54. And now we're on. So your wife is in her 70s? No, she graduated 70 years ago. Dear Lord. That's a long time ago. Wow, how old is your wife, King Kong Dong? Damn. Some people, some people like the silver, Your wife is 46 people? Sounds like a lot. She graduated in 2013. I know, I'm having fun with the joke, guy. It's just, I liked it better when I was painting the idea that you're banging a cougar, Like, you got out of high school and she went, hey, you like applesauce? And it's all I can eat. All right, so ninja kicked. Ninja kicked the lady. Her making faces at the crowd makes it more funny. Yeah. It is. It's a little funny. Again, if that person doing the backflip or the lady right behind him, if either one of them dared to have even the slightest bit of self-awareness to either communicate with the people around them what's happening, or at the very least pay attention to the people around them and what's happening. Fine, I like them old and wrinkled, says King Kong Dong. I feel like he's being deliberate, King Kong Dong? Yep. Being deliberate. Right. Speaking of, I wasn't intending to go from, a lot of people say when you move from one thing you're good at to another, it's going from strength to strength. Well, in this case, story-wise, we're going from fat to fat, and I was not intending to. That was not deliberate, but it is happening. So let's get over to this. I've done these videos before. We've talked about them. Apparently, we have another one. This one has recently gone viral, or viral again. This is a plus-size traveler complaining about booking 2 seats on a plane. So, I have a problem with plus-size traveler. You know what? You should be paying for 2 seats on the plane as well as 2 seats at the buffet. Because let's be honest, yes. Like, I'm sorry. Stop eating so much. Exercise more. And I'm sorry, but no one's doing this to you against your will. There's like, I'm tired of people who lack impulse control acting like they're handicapped. Like, no, this was forced upon me. I'm addicted to sugar like catnip. I can't stop. Like, I don't no. No, you're not. Especially when, dude, we can see that you're walking. Why aren't you exercising regularly? It's just plus size. You're fat. Plus size travelers. No. You're multiple people. You're group traveling. You're your own world.
Before we book a flight.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we ask for the seatbelt extender as soon as we board the flight.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we've never seen our feet, but we wonder why the world has a problem with us. Because you are a minority. There are people who are overweight. There are people who are obese. You are gargantuanly obese. I am sorry. You need 2 seats because, again, I don't know if you know this or not, the planes want to make as much money as they can, which means as many passengers as possible, which means they're going to go for the average seat size needed to accommodate most people. Guess what group you don't fit into?
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we get dirty looks anytime we're traveling.
Yeah. Because we have to figure out how to get around you, how to not breathe too heavily around you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you lugging around all that, it comes with a funk. It comes with a general downwindiness. It's not avoidable. None of us hate you for it, but we don't enjoy it. It's not pleasant. How does she get her shoes off? That's what the other people are for, Lexi.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
Right! Because you take up more space. That's called fair. I don't like the idea that if you need 2 seats and I need 1, I have to pay the same price as you. I chose to not sit on my ass and eat all day, and I could have very easily gotten here. In fact, people would be understanding. Well, of course you're overweight. Of course you have. Do you know how many times people tell me, well, of course you're out of shape. You can't work your legs. Blah, blah, blah. You have to skip leg day. Yeah, that's true, but I don't let that excuse fly. I have to skip leg day, but I have to figure something out because otherwise I'm going to be fucking fat. Or no, excuse me, I am fucking fat. Let's be honest. I'm fucking fat. And that's where it starts. It starts with personal accountability. You're not being accountable for yourself, sir. Of course. Somebody pat me on the shoulder. Of course I have to deal with problems more than other people. I decided that, a value meal at McDonald's isn't enough, so I need to supersize the fries and then order a bunch of extra food. Being that fat may impose a lot of limits, but it shouldn't qualify as a disability. But that's what these people act like. They act like this came out on them with no responsibility of their own whatsoever. Keep in mind, let's be clear here. Let's be crystal clear. I'm not pissed at these people because they're fat. I'm not upset about it. I'm upset about the indignity that most of us would have. Or wait, is indignity the right word? I might be using it wrong. I'm upset about the shame that most of us would have. And understanding that this on some level was a ball in your court and it wasn't managed properly, but the rest of the world needs to deal with it. And oh, poor you. No, acting like being fat was forced upon you, when it in point of fact was the opposite of.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
Yeah, that's called being frugal. Seeing if there's a customer size policy. I mean, finding a place that isn't going to charge you for being like, all right, I got bad news for you. It's literally harder for the plane to get off the air when your fat ass is in it. All right? It's about the weight on the plane. You have more weight. I've only met 2 500-pound plus people with dignity. Sorry, not sorry. Again, like it's one thing to be this size. It's another thing to be this, like, of course I have to deal with a harder world. Yeah, because you chose to be there. That's like me going, as a wheelchair-bound person, of course I'm going to have to use the ramp. Like, no shit. And I didn't even pick this path, but at least, like, I would expect the same amount of mockery. Like, of course people are going to ask me if I need to be pushed. Like, fuck off.
Plus-size travelers. Of course society doesn't believe we deserve to travel.
No, I'm saying you deserve to travel. I'm just daring you to walk there. But more importantly, it's not that society doesn't believe you don't deserve to travel. It's that you literally take up more space. You weigh more. It takes more work to get you from point A to point B. You need more. So it should cost more. I don't know anyone saying you shouldn't be able to travel. I'm just saying you shouldn't get to do it for the same price as someone a third of your size. You and a 18-year-old who is a meth addict and a stick should not pay. I'm saying if that's the way it works, like, oh, we should have one thing. Like, no. I'll go even further. I say pay by weight. Skinny bitches ride free. That's right, anorexic, and you and your food puking friends, all of you get to fly for free. Why? Because there's so little weight to you, it doesn't cost. Travel in your own space, not mine. King Kong Dong, if I can't see my penis, there is a problem. Yes, but King Kong Dong, do you have weird caveats? Like you can get your wife to check for you and say it's still there, and you're like, well, it counts. I mean, where does it start? When they shove their feet all the way under my seat so I can see them, I step on their toes. When they try to spread their legs into my leg space, I will fight them with my knee and carry-on bag, says SH. Mr. Q simply saying, the cow says moo. If you can't see... yeah. If you can't see KKD's penis, wait, that's not how that goes, says SH. Right? All right, we have, I have a voice crack because I can't ever have dignity. We have, what is it? An hour and 45 in the show. Math, I can do it. We have an hour 45 left in the show. We have $65 left at our goal, and we have the time has come for the daily mention of the GoFundMe. We have the GoFundMe that we have set up. Oh, dude, we're at $393. We're right on the verge of $400. $7 away from 400 into the goal. For that to help me move. If you want to help, share it. Tell your friends. That's mostly what I ask. Thank you, Anonymous, Deb, Christopher Holm, everybody that has been throwing in near. Of course, the fundraisers are located near me. It's my fundraiser. So, yes, thank you, everyone that's been throwing in for that. 13%. There we are, heading for that goal. Raising it if we can. Thank you so much. I'll share the link, and if you can just simply pop that link out there in your social medias, in your tweets, in your Twitters. Control C. There we go. And we'll throw that. I won't be pinning it, but there we are. Throw that out there and Control V. Throw that out there. Boom. Thank you so much. All right. So yes, we have about 2.5 hours left in the program. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. Let's move you all the way over here. Boop, boop. So yeah, plus size travelers not like oof. I don't like that's become viral again because no, we shouldn't care. We shouldn't care. You can get a nice hotel for one night. Currently, yeah. The idea is that it's going to help me with the getting into a place. And then I'll just be paying for a place on my own. But sit down air is a hot topic of discussion lately. King Kong Dong, a little chunky is okay. Cow level is uncalled for. Well, I feel like that lady was cow level. And again, I don't even have a problem with that. If you're that big and you're working on it, you can do whatever. It's the fucking just the pompous brazenness of course I have to deal with problems. I'm a plus size person. It's like, yeah, none of us cared. It feels like you're really trying to trauma brag about how your life is harder because, again, for most of these people, you chose to get there. Johnny, she was hippo level. Johnny's chunky exotic meats. No, MSO. No, don't start that. We don't need that one started. I don't want to start. I already have to deal with the exotic meat stuff enough. And for those of you that didn't know, that do love the exotic meat stuff, shameless plug, we have the Johnny's Exotic Meat Market mug in white or black. Get your own Johnny's Exotic Meat Market mug, home of the cuck ham, for when you'd rather watch the meat. Again, gem black glossy mug, available in white or black. I do love my shop. I'm going to be honest. Now that I've been getting the products and they're badass, like I do love my shop. I have to check my email after the show to see where my most recent order is. It's supposed to be arriving by tomorrow. So hopefully, I'm wearing one of my new shirts tomorrow. Well, I'm wearing my new shirt. I only ordered one shirt, but I'm wearing my new shirt. I'm wearing my Digger Lover shirt if all goes well. I want the Digger Lover shirt. And I want the hat. Now serving Wagyu. You mean Wagyu? Your billboard made it this morning. What? No, it didn't. I don't have a billboard. You made an AI mock-up of a billboard. I don't have a billboard. That's not a thing. All right. But what I do have a video. Guys, a lot of people have dared to say that they could solve the Middle East. A lot of people think that they know how to bring peace among Palestinians and Jewish people, Gaza and Israel, coming together, cats and dogs, being friends. Well, nobody's ever made it stick. The U.S., Bill Clinton, Israel. Nobody's ever really been able to do it. But we have, only 9 seconds. We have video. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you proof. Greta Thunberg is on the way. Greta Thunberg is sailing to Palestine. I guess she has a boat called the Madeleine. She has a sailing boat. All right. A military helicopter is encircling the Freedom Flotilla's Madeleine, an urgent call to all international organizations and human rights groups to monitor the situation. Our attention is crucial for the safety of the mission. Right, because you guys refuse to use anything but a sailing vessel because otherwise it would be horrible, evil oil. So don't worry, your boat can only be outdone by literally anything. Literally anything. Dude, the people that could race up on you to take you out, like the Somali pirates, any of that stuff, your boat can't even fight back. Now, if only the Prime Minister of the UJ, I think it means UK, would join them in Palestine and not come back. I hope Somali pirates get her or they drift to North Sentinel Island. I don't know if that's possible, King Kong Dong, but they are heading to Gaza because apparently Greta Thunberg is the solution the Middle East never knew it needed. So don't worry. I know it's been rough. I know there's been a lot of bloodshed on both sides. I know there's unforgivable atrocities out of both camps. But don't worry, guys. Greta Thunberg is going to come down there and just tell you that you should be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you? How dare you? And then it'll all stop. It will all stop. And yes, I meant UK. This laptop can go out the window. Yeah, you've complained about it before. I kind of figured. I didn't think you honestly meant the Prime Minister of the UJ. One, I have no idea where that is. Two, the JK keys right next to each other. Makes total sense. I'd give SH and Johnny $1 billion if she brings peace to the Middle East. Could you just give me $1 billion? Hell, I'll even take just $1 million. Just $1 million. That's one of the things where, like, I'm not greedy, none of that. Like, I see this shit with the numbers. The numbers are the numbers. You see the amount of money that's changed hands between groups of people, governments, the state, all of that stuff. And I'm like, dude, you give me $1 million and I'm pretty much good. I'm going to get some shit set up, and then I'm going to try and make that money. Like, I'm trying to divest some of it maybe to kind of grow it a little bit. But other than that, like I have very simple needs. I don't need a giant house. I don't need 1 million cars. All I need is my car. I need the ability to see my daughter and live in space for me. And if things go well, hopefully other people. I'll take $75 right now for nothing. Well, I'll take $75 for a goddamn good show. Because it is a good show. We've been having fun. We've been talking about shit. We've been getting you guys going on different stuff. And we're hopefully helping you wrap up the end of your day. So if you want to throw me $75, we'd knock out all of Thursday and then be $10 into Friday. And that would be great. Other than that, we'll just keep talking about this shit. The numbers don't lie, and they spelled disaster for you at sacrifice in Palestine. King Kong Dong, currently broke. Welcome to the club. I, too, am currently broke. I have to, I sold my DJ deck. I sold my my big expensive deck. I'm probably gonna go out and sell the gear this weekend, like the speakers and shit. Start selling the gear, the lights. I have to check with Jax. I think he wants the disco ball. Like, do you want the disco ball? That's a weird one to get to pass off. So you want the fucking disco ball? Anyways, but that was the one that I always liked. That was my little flair. A lot of DJs like to have their own little flair thing that they do that other people don't do. The thing that I loved is like, dude, you want a fucking disco ball? I got a disco ball. Like, fucking daddy, like, father-daughter dances. A lot of the ladies love the fucking disco ball. Disco ball drove them nuts. Driveway Junkie with $50. Holy shit, asking you shall receive. Oh my God, I am so grateful. Driveway Junkie, you're amazing. $50 buying out pretty much a whole day on the show. We count those when the YouTube thing comes through. But I also have a soft rule that I am still going to stick to because people have told me two different things. You know what? We'll do this first. I'm bringing Cowbell in honor of that $50 drop from Driveway Junkie. Thank you so much. Cowbell coming in. Bell, yeah. That is awesome. But yeah, we always count the YouTube when it pays out. And we've been doing it that way. And people are like, we like it this way, blah, blah, blah. And if we miss another day, like if we do a full day show and we come through missing that day, we're going to switch to just going like, oh, that's this much and that's that much off the goal. I know a lot of people, they say don't do it. They say it seems weird, it seems hinky, whatever. But yeah, like it's not that hard. We can use that math and start doing that. We might. I just read that they officially phasing out the penny will stop making new ones in early 2026. Yeah, which means now is the time. Now is the time to hang on to every motherfucking penny you find. And the older and more mint they are, the more you need to hold on to them because that value is going to go uppity, up, up, up. and then the rest of us are going to slowly slide down the death escalator to digital currency. Or as King Kong Dong says, collect the pennies. Not all the pennies. Cycle through your pennies. Find the ones worth collecting. All right? Not all of them. Not all the pennies deserve to stay. All right? I usually just keep the Wheaties, I find. What? Is a Wheaties a type of penny? Because now I'm thinking like you're picking up like cereal. Like I got a bowl of Wheaties. I have a gallon-sized bag of... Nope, wheat pennies are a thing. What the hell's a wheat penny? All right, I want to know what a wheat penny is. Let's look into this. Boom. Wheat penny. Wheat penny. Wheat penny. Oh, never mind. I've seen these before. The wheat penny. Please tell me we got a good picture. Oh, no. Why can't I open a large image in a new tab? Let's try it that one. Open link in new tab. Open image in new tab. Still tiny? Better. All right. Pop. So this is the wheat penny. 1958 on this one with the, again, the wheat on the side of the 1 cent. E pluribus unum. All right. Phased that one out in the 60s, did they? Interested. I don't have any steel pennies. I'd like to find one. Do they? Oh, dude, let's look up steel pennies. Steel pennies. Do they even look the same? Steel pennies. Holy Jesus. They are 1943, 1944. So they were in the 40s. The steel penny. I gotta say this looks literally identical to the copper penny. They just, oh dude. That'd be cool. That would be cool to find. There's a lot of rare pennies out there. Well, there'll be few very soon because the supply's coming to an end. I have a couple of steel pennies, copper shortage for the war. Oh, well, that makes sense. I guess we had plenty of steel. They switched to steel because they needed the copper for ammunition production. I've watched people coin pick, and it looks like fun looking for ones with real silver and certain years. My mom did a lot of that. Fanatical Bucks fan saying, check out coinflation.com to know about your coins. All right. Well, there's lots of 10 pennies that are worth money. All right. Now, I was hoping it was going to take, didn't get us where we wanted to go. All right. So let's close that on out. Yeah. That is crazy. I like the idea of like coin watching, like digging through. My mom always has always had like the quarters, and she did the United States quarters thing. I think she filled in the map. So, but this one we might get to. I got a story about the Netherlands and green energy and stuff. I don't know that we're gonna do that. We might save that one for tomorrow. This one is fun. We've got a
Rutherford County.
We got a short news story here. We'll do an animal piece. Mr. Q loves the animal bit, so this for Mr. Q and the animal lovers. We've got a story out of Tennessee about a pet zebra. I didn't even know you could have a pet zebra. I mean, like, my daughter doesn't want a pony or any of that shit. She wants to be a race car driver. So I figure like when she's 16, like her sweet 16, I'm not getting her a pony. I'm probably getting her a fucking 5-speed if I have any say in the matter. But anyways, getting her somebody to teach her to drive manual. Anyhow, let's check this out.
is still dealing with a zebra on the loose. Sheriff deputies told us Saturday the zebra was wreaking havoc on Interstate 24 near Joby Jackson Parkway. And now that zebra that we were told was caught is actually still on the run. Now, this is video of the zebra on Interstate 24. The family that sent us this video said they couldn't believe they actually saw a zebra on the side of the interstate. Deputies say the zebra was running on both sides.
Look, that's a fairly duh statement. Oh, yeah, we're in Tennessee. You know, not the land of the zebra. And by the way, is it zebra or zebra? Like a zebra is, I think, well, check my Twitter link, Johnny. Twitter link. Shit. Fanatical Bucks fan. Justin Flom status. What's the Twitter link? Okay. This in relevance to the penny story. Is this a bunch of pennies?
Look at this. Thousands of pennies making up this floor. What do you think?
That's not how you spell pennies.
I know. Look at this. Thousands of pennies making up this floor. What do you think?
That's not how you spell pennies.
I know.
I don't like that I'm laughing at that one, Fanatical Bucks fan. I don't like how much I like that. Oh, shit, tonight is bingo night. Fuck yeah. Dude, bingo night. Again, I'm sorry. I'm landing more on the no. I hit that one on the head. You're married to a cougar, aren't you? You're married bingo night? Are you guys going to go you're going to get done with bingo night? Tomorrow you're going to go out and play a mean game of canasta? Like, what's going on? You're going to take her teeth out after you get home and tell her how much you love her? All I saw was boobies, said my lost interest. Yeah, dude, I will say this. Let's find a good pause. I will say this. Yeah. That's a pretty lady.
How you spell pennies?
Yeah, I don't really care. It's just beautiful quasi Laura Croft looking motherfucker. And holding a beer bottle. Something about that's just sexy where she's just like, nah, I just tossing one back and I
That's not how you spell pennies.
Oh, so they're moving in. Oh, they're new moving in. All right.
I know.
I know. It's just fun. It's just a goddamn good time. We're having fun. We hope you are too. We've made a hot couple bucks today, so things are going good, and the show is doing as well as it can. So thank you for the pause, Johnny. You're welcome, my lost interest. We do this for you guys. Hope you're having fun. That cool, bro. That was cool. I pinochled her canasta until she irked all over. Yerked? I don't know what. Ukrid? I don't know how to pronounce that one. I know the pinochle and the canasta, but I don't even know what that third one is. Doesn't even sound like a real thing. But thank you for the $2. All of that. Yorker. Oh, Yorker. euchred. She euchred all over. Okay, she euchred all over. Now I know what we're talking about. Still don't even know how that game is played, but I know it's a game. It made sense when I saw the interesting spelling. All right, so this is for all the stuff support we've had. Again, thank you very much. We're going to do that. Let's set up, before we go to that, let's set up our next video clip thing that we were going to do. We covered that. And so we were going to get next into this. Didn't we do? Oh, we were on.
Of the highway.
The zebra on the highway. Yeah, the dude, again, Tennessee, not natural zebra fucking weather. Of course the people are going to be like, yeah, we were so surprised to see a zebra on the highway. I'd be more worried if you didn't. Like, you've seen one zebra on the side of the road, you've shot them all. What? Oh, I clicked the thing instead of play.
is still dealing with a zebra on the loose. Sheriff deputies told us Saturday the zebra was wreaking havoc on Interstate 24 near Joby Jackson Parkway. And now that zebra that we
What
were
do you
told
mean
was
wreaking
caught
havoc?
is actually still
It was picking fights? It was ruining people's property? Or was it just eating fucking grass and going about its business? Look, it's a fucking zebra. He's in Tennessee. He has to worry about the possible rare mountain lion or cougar. But other than that, most of his natural predators actually aren't here. So he's going to fucking go for it, man. He's going to see what he can do.
On the run. Now, this is video of the zebra on Interstate 24. The family
Zebra
that sent us this
on
video
the
said
run.
they couldn't believe they actually saw a zebra on the side of the interstate. Deputies say the zebra was running on both sides of the highway, and they actually had to close the interstate as they were trying to catch it. Now, this same zebra wasn't just on the interstate. It made its way into some neighborhoods. This is video from another great viewer who sent us this, showing the zebra.
I still want to know what it's doing wrecking havoc. I don't think we've wrecked any havoc yet. All right, here to help Johnny with his back pain. Who brought the Vaseline? The gorillas go. What? No, I don't. Zebra lives matter. I don't know, MSO. I feel like at a certain point you're just a walking bullseye.
Strolling down the street, having a ball. So hopefully we're going to update you when we learn more information about that zebra, pet zebra, when it's caught. And if you happen to see it, authorities say do not go near it. And remember,
Hooters girl saying zebra can be mean MFers. I've never met one.
you can send us pictures and videos if you catch it at pics@wkrn.com.
All right. Yeah, I don't care. $100.99 for my lost interest. Less money for Aaron tonight. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for supporting me. I'll take it. It's like a carousel animal came to life. Yeah. It just seems weird. I don't know how you get one as a pet. That's the part that I'm weirded out. I feel like I painted a horse like a zebra once. See, and I'd believe that if that was this, but this was an actual zebra. That would be so fucked up. Imagine you drop acid and then you look out your window and you start tripping balls because you saw a zebra, right? You don't realize that you're tripping balls. You're like, man, I'm in another dimension. I can see other parts of the world, everything, everywhere at once. Nah, dude, there's a zebra outside the car. You see it too, right? This acid is amazing. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Anyone remember the band Zebra? No, but I always remember Fruit Stripe gum when I see zebras. I think Fruit Stripe gum, and that shit sucked. Like, it had cool and great flavor for like 2 fucking seconds, and then it turned to shit. Just over the matter of seconds, just shit. Wait a minute. Oh God, 5 days ago? Oh, we're totally talking about this. I wasn't intending to get to this, but I remember talking about the first one. Second car in 3 months. I love this. Second car in 3 months crashes into the roof of Excelsior Springs Veterans Hall. All right. So they just got the roof fixed, if I'm not mistaken, and a second car crashed into it. All right, we're going to cover that one in a second. We have about an hour and 15 left in the show. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We love seeing all you guys on all 3 platforms. Give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe. We love having all you on all 3 platforms. Holy Jesus, we're getting up close to 80. Oh, my God. I'll hit that faded triple-digit thing. Does that matter? Not really. I mean, not to me. It's all about people having fun. This is about people having fun, and we're having a great time. So we've got, again, a car story I've never, ever intended to get to. But, oh boy. Yeah, zebra. I think we covered that. We got it good. You order your pet zebra on Amazon. You can order a pet zebra on Amazon? Fanatical Bucks fan, no, those are horrible lies. Don't say them. Don't sell them. Pre-1965 coins are silver, 90%. Oh, man. But that's worth money if they're silver. You can order your pet zebras on Amazon. Yep, we covered all those. Nah, just amazing. Right intentions and right company. What could go amazing? Band-Aid gum as well. Sounds like it could be amazing or go horribly wrong. At SH, what did SH say? I want to drop acid for a meteor shower or somewhere. The northern lights are amazing. Yeah, that sounds like that could go really, really badly. How much will a zebra set you back? There are a handful of breeders around the country offering plains zebras for $3,000 to $7,000, depending on their age or condition. But what do you use them for? I mean, are they like regular horses? Or are they just black and white dicks that run around being dicks? Sounds like this one was, we've heard from people in the chat that they're apparently assholes. So what do you do? All right, our next story that we've got coming up here, we're going to do this. I just found it. But like I said, I'm pretty sure a couple of months ago I remember talking about this story of a car crashing into a roof in a veterans hall. I might be wrong. I might be confusing it for something else. Either way, the title, second car in 3 months crashes into roof of Excelsior Springs Veterans Hall. I want to know about this. Let's go, Fox 4.
Check your screen out now. Caught on camera, a car flies through the air, slamming onto the roof of an Excelsior Springs building. Amazingly, it's not the first time. In fact, just over 3 months ago, another car crashed into the roof of the Clay Ray Veterans Building in Excelsior. I'm John Holt.
I'm Bria Love. Veterans Association leaders there shocked, having just repaired the roof.
I knew it. This motherfucker came in the same hole. That's not what I meant. I apologize. That sounded gross.
Sports Lexi French, she's live outside of the hall in Excelsior Springs. So Lexi, this is going to have a major impact on the Veterans Association.
Bria, it absolutely will. Now, the outside of the building on the roof, there is extensive damage, but right now we're going to give you a look inside. As you can see, some of the damage here on the ceiling.
Actually, let's be honest. For automobile came through the ceiling, that's not that bad.
Of the building, they were just about finished with repairs from that crash back in February and were set to celebrate and have a reopening, and now they're back to square one.
2 years from now, it'll be 100 years that we've been here. It's the first time we've had one car crash into the roof, let alone two of them.
This surveillance footage shows the moment the car crashed into the roof of the Clay Ray Veterans Association building. A man was driving on Linwood Avenue when his car launched off the cliff, tumbled through the trees, and then flipped right onto the roof.
Instead of following the curve of 10 Highway, the road that they come off of is Linwood Avenue. And they drive straight down Linwood Avenue, and then there's this cliff face that's on the backside of St. Louis Avenue that's hidden by this tree line, and essentially they launch off of the cliff face and they end up in the roof here.
The Veterans Association has not been able to use their...
Why? This hasn't been a problem before now. Like, we've made it almost 100 years, and this year alone, 2 in one time.
Building or host revenue-generating events since the first car crashed into the building in February.
Yep, I remember talking about this. Guys, if we just put a fucking patio thing here, we can make it a garage and drive in. Now we just got more parking. See, this one doesn't even... Actually, I would say this one doesn't look as bad. And it seems like, if I'm honest, it seems like this one happened because of the fucking snowy weather. You can at least argue that, like, fucking snowfall and all that shit, slippery roads. This, again, 5 days ago, the fuck were you doing?
It's quite shocking for it to happen again, but we just went through...
America, fuck yeah. I can't go on the news without wearing a Trump hat. Sorry.
This money and everything to fix the other part, and now it's the same thing, just over in the bar area instead of in the kitchen.
They were only 2 weeks
It's just over
away.
in the bar area instead of the kitchen. As long as I can still get my wings and my beer, I'm happy. Bingo every Friday night, open to the public. Hey, who was saying they were getting ready for bingo tonight? Hey, we got one for you. Every Friday night.
From reopening.
It's just heartbreaking, especially when it comes to the...
Well, I'd say it's roof breaking for sure.
Community. I mean, it's an American Legion. We help veterans any way we can, and it's put a big damper on things.
Right, except it wasn't intentional. Why is there a pie on the roof? What is the deal here? Why am I seeing cookies and a pie? Oh, dear Lord. Did somebody spill?
It's an American Legion. We help veterans any way we can, and
King Kong Dong, don't tempt me with that bingo. What is it with the bingo? What is it with the bingo? I mean, I'm a gaming addict. I guarantee you, as soon as this show is done, I'm gonna boot up a little Final Fantasy 14. I have fallen in love with that game. I doubted, like a fool, doubted everyone who said that it would get better if you just stuck through it through this one part. And I had motivations to stick through it through that one part, regardless of what they said. And they were right. I got through that one part, and now I'm really liking the game. So just, I say fuck every time someone else wins. Now I want to. Here's the thing. I don't want to go play bingo. I want to watch King Kong Dong play bingo. I want to watch deeply competitive people play bingo. I want to watch a room full of people just B14, G72. Or do they just call out numbers? 14, 72. This is how bad I am at bingo. I don't even know how it works. And then, so it's bingo! Fuck! Damn it! I was so close, you son of a... I only needed 4 more numbers! I'm not upset my face is red because I needed 2 more numbers, you stupid! I won $1,200 a few months ago, so I'm fucking addicted. Well, now I'm interested. Shit. I could sit somewhere and punch numbers. That could be great. Driveway Junkie. Yeah, dude, that would be fun. I want to see bingo. I want to see bingo played with highly competitive people who can't stand losing. All right? We offer major cash prizes. We televise the whole thing because the whole thing is like a fucking MTV Boiling Point episode. We just want to watch everyone else fucking stew and simmer. When I was 2 numbers away, you stupid old... that's where I would be with it. I'd be insulting grandma. I'd be like, oh, yeah, you're 95. Glad you won your bingo. That's why I don't play. I'm already bad enough, telling the stupid kids to shut up and go get a job. All right, that sounds like me and my wife, 2 buddies that come with. See, that sounds like it could be fun. That's exactly how it goes at bingo. I go almost every Tuesday. Now, Driveway Junkie, I'm starting to think I need to go watch bingo. I think we need to start making bingo like a nationally televised spectator sport. Start having professional bingo. Think about how awesome that is because there's no actual skill that you need in bingo other than to spot the numbers and to punch them with the little fucking stamp. That's it. That's the only skill you need. You need no other qualifications. So making it a professional sport is about the most American motherfucking thing you can do because anybody, DEI, man, woman, or child, there ain't no man's league, woman's league, trans league. Everybody gets to play bingo. We can all call that son of a bitch a cunt when they win. I fucking love this. I'm an old man, though. I'm 44. Bingo is my jam. See, I'm 42, and I don't think of myself as an old man. Driveway Junkie, I'm very happy for you, but I don't like that you're putting me in a group by being in a group yourself and us being remarkably similar in age. I don't like that, if I'm honest. We also haven't paid since the first time because we win one of the games each week, and it's like $30 to $50 for individual game wins. So, yeah, so you're clearing your entry fee every time. No, that sounds awesome. I like playing blackjack. I'm not very good at it. I'm not bad at it either, but I like playing blackjack. But if you told me I could go to the casino every week and it costs so much, it costs $umpteen to play blackjack, and I play blackjack for a while and I walk away with $10 to $20, I'd be doing it every fucking week. I'd be happy as hell, man. That'd be awesome. My mom used to go to bingo at least 3 nights a week with her friends. They knew of a place or 3 for every night of the week. Wow. King Kong Dong, I'm 32 and I love my bingo. Yeah, but do you ever think maybe it's just you? Do you ever think maybe the problem's with you? You're 32 and you love bingo? That hurts. That hurts. You're not allowed to be old. That would make me old, and I Maybe, but I'm happy in my denial, says SH. Right? I'm just like 2 years under him, so I'm like, don't put the bar that high, or that low. I'm close to hitting it. $12 to play in the Crooked Pint tonight. Is that tonight's bingo game? Dude, no, I am not going to sit here and be like, no, I'm going to go out to a bingo game. Mr. Q, Johnny, you're old. Q, no, I'm not. I'd play bingo with my friends at a bar once a week at the same age, LOL. That's cheap. So that is cheap. My dad plays poker almost every day. He gets into the national competition twice a year almost. Good for you, King Kong Dong. I not good at poker. I'm all right at blackjack, but I like Bluey better. I think bingo is a pain in the ass. Thank you, Follow the Gray. My daughter loves Bluey, so I appreciate that joke. Thank you. Thank you. It's a good dog, bingo. Bingo was her name. All right, let's go back over to... I love the extremely weird... We're halfway through the last hour of the show. We've got about an hour left in the program now. I love the extremely weird bingo rant tangent that we went off on solely because we're talking about this story, which I had no intention of grabbing. So that's why I love this program. Just fun stuff, having a good time at the end of your day. Thank you for being here. Let's hit play.
Let's put a big damper on things.
Excelsior Springs police are still looking into what caused the crash Wednesday
morning. Yeah, what's with the pie
case?
It's
obvious that speed was involved.
As long
really?
as he...
Speed? Maybe cocaine? Possibly a sedative. It also looks like the engine freed itself from the car. That's pretty impressive. I don't know how many crashes I've seen where I can...
Veterans, any way we can, and it's put a big damper on things.
Excelsior Springs police are still looking into what caused the crash Wednesday morning, but say it's obvious that
that's
speed
an engine block.
was involved.
As long as he didn't have any medical condition, we are going to charge him with something. That could be as minor as careless driving.
Charge him with throwing his fucking sweets out the car. Did he have a diabetic coma? What the fuck?
Or, all the way up to if he was determined to be impaired, he could face a charge for that. But we just don't know at this point.
There was nobody inside the building at the time of the crash, and the driver was able to walk himself to the ambulance and was then taken to the hospital. We haven't received an update on the driver's condition from police at this time. In Excelsior Springs, Lexi French, Fox 4, working for you.
Lexi French. Uh-huh. French, huh? Looks kind of French, if I'm honest. Maybe a touch Italian. I don't know. Eyebrows are thick. All right, let's go ahead and close that out. You know what I am going to say? We have to check up on the, my oldest are both 8. What is that noise? Oh. Shut up. All right, so, KKD, your oldest kid is 28. No, 2 of them are both 8. Oh. I used to French Alexi, says Fall in the Great. Well, if 8 times 8 is 64, then 6 times 4 equals 24. Yeah, but what? I don't. Okay, I guess, Brian. I don't understand. I was blessed with twins our first go around. However, it's not 2 for the price of 1. It's 2 for the price of fucking 2.
I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah. Yeah, they cost twice as much. A lot of people think like, oh, twins, 2 for the price of 1. No. It's 2 for the price of 2. You have to buy everything in pairs. And a lot of places don't give you a double discount. Double bubble. All right, anyways, where was I had something I was going to do. I got completely sidetracked by the chat and everything. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Let's check our community standings. Our current community standings have not really changed too much, but King Kong Dong still maintaining his lead at 225 XP. So there you go. Mr. Q right behind him at 200. Brian in 4th with balls deep at 150. And the 150's actually going all the way to 5th place at SH with the other 150. My lost interest there at 125, and we start filtering down at 6th position with my lost interest from there. You guys have you've got about another hour to get in on that board. Digger all the way down to 10th. She's been very vocal in the chat, but so far she has kept to her word to not jump in the chat since she went back to working on stuff in whatever she's doing. So I love continually talking about her because I know she wants to scratch that itch. Digger, I know you can hear us. I know you're listening right now, Digger. I know you're scrubbing some wall or cleaning whatever you're cleaning, and you're sitting there going, but they're talking about me in the chat, and I'm not number 1 anymore. You're number 5, Digger. Let's see if she ends up coming back. Probably won't, but maybe. Mama's in the graveyard. Papa's in the pen. Start pouring me some whiskey, and I'll tell you to stop. I don't know when. I miss Chat Cancer Digger. Right, Chat Cancer Digger is not only funny. I think Digger is listening. Yeah, she is listening. She's totally listening. She's just not typing. It's funny to watch her get just literally just squirrel distracted watching a video. It's fun. Damn Canadians and their brush fires. Oh yeah, that was the other thing too. Someone was giving Digger shit about Canadian wildfires, and she was saying, actually we're not on fire. And at the end of the day, apparently there's some burning in Canada. She's getting chat chemo. That's what she's doing right now. That's what we'll call it. She's getting chat chemo. That old diesel engine made an eerie sound when Papa fired it up and headed into town. Okay. All stocked up on nipple pasties for this weekend, says Mr. Q. Who are you asking and why? Fair whip them kids into shape. All right, now you guys are getting extremely damn Canadians, Catholics. What's up? Me either, but Catholic school is sometimes the best option. Yeah, now I have no idea what we're talking about over here. That's official. It's gone completely. It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. Let's take you to a video on the Florida interstate.
Fox 35 exclusive. 2 motorcyclists are recovering after a collision with a 6-foot-long alligator on I-4.
A collision with a 6-foot-long alligator. You are riding a motorcycle at speed and you hit an animal bigger than the person riding the bike. Ooh, boy.
Sent them to the hospital. Thanks for joining us here at 10. I'm Hannah McKenzie.
King Kong Dong, want me to come say hi if you show up to bingo tonight? I won't be at bingo tonight. I'll be honest. I have no desire to go anywhere tonight. I might have to go shopping tomorrow morning first thing, so I don't want to go anywhere tonight. But I mean, it's nice to know that I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
FHP says the bikers were traveling along the inside lane of I-4 near mile marker 110. That's in Orange City when it happened. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte exclusively spoke with those injured bikers tonight. Steph, this one is a wild one. Only
I thought we had video.
Florida. How are they doing?
Yeah, truly only in Florida, but amazingly, they are both.
All right, only in Florida. Right, because most states don't have alligators. I'm sorry. Alligators predominantly in the Florida, New Orleans, maybe Georgia area, southern United States, mostly in the marshland kind of style area. Not really. Look, if somebody hit a alligator in Minnesota, I could understand it. But yeah, really surprised. Yeah, only in Florida. Duh.
Both doing okay, and I say that because of.
Damn it, we got a Digger update. 2 houses to clean, 1 bathroom for fuck's sake. I only have 1 hour to wash all the windows, or 2 hours to clean, 1 bathroom for fuck's sake. I only have 1 hour to wash all the windows. Ugh. It's not your brain, son, but soon you'll think it with it instead of your brain.
What happened? They were both thrown off their bikes after hitting the gator, landed on the pavement on I-4, and they were left with just a few broken bones. They're both in great spirits, but just can't believe what happened.
Couple bikes moved a little bit left and right, and
Where's
next
my
thing
cursor?
I know, I got a big.
My lost interest. Please go back to Hannah's huge mommy milkers. Jesus, man. Good to see you, my lost interest. Fuck the gator, I want to see them tits.
in the road. I didn't know it was gator. I thought it was a semi-tire that's come off, the retread or something.
But it was a 6-foot alligator that Cameron Gilmore hit on I-4. Brandy Gross was right behind him. They were riding with a big group of bikers, and she hit the gator right after him.
I just seen something, and like once I realized what it was just too late. I was like, oh crap, you know, like, and the impact happened. I flipped over, and it just.
So you
wasn't expecting a gator to be.
You endoed on that one? Oh boy.
You can see in this video from Saturday night the alligator on the side of the road and paramedics on the scene. The impact of hitting that 6-foot gator threw them both off their bikes.
I said, help me, Jesus, and I just kept flipping. I'm like, when is this going to stop? And then I start sliding. I'm like, when is this going to stop? I'm just sliding and sliding and sliding.
It's almost like you were traveling at like 50 or 60 miles an hour with nothing but an engine between your legs. I feel bad for this guy. I do. But, motherfucker, what do you think was going to happen? You're riding a motorcycle and you hit a dinosaur speed bump. I got bad news for you. It ain't going to end well. Anytime that you're going to lay your bike down, odds that it's going to end well for you, low. Odds that it's going to end well for your bike, almost out the window. But, hey, she's definitely got super suspension on her bike. A stick would flip that tub. Alligator lives matter, except for that one. I was not expecting that monster to show up on screen. Oh.
And then I went off the road into the grass and
Pool Scam Sam. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah.
Moved much. My whole right leg was numb and my other leg was numb.
Cameron has a broken foot and several broken toes. Brandy had a concussion and the bone on the side of her wrist is cracked.
The way I landed, I must have an angel looking over me or something, because I just got very lucky. It could have been.
Or natural padding. Hear me out. Hear me out. You can do one for your plus size friends right now. You can say, hey, I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for Fatback, because that's what you landed on, and you were fine.
Been a lot worse.
Despite what happened, both are in great spirits.
They're calling me.
She definitely doesn't have a dentist. Oh. No, you just fat. What did I clip on? No. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That wasn't the story I wanted. I don't care. Ah. And you do that crap. I hate you, Fox, for your stupid ad bullshit. All right. No, you're fat, cushioned your bones, says King Kong Dong. An angel from heaven, as it were. If you will, I digress. I mean, I've hit a 2x4 with my bike at speed and was lucky to keep it upright. I've also, the 2x4 did try to bite my leg off. I mean, didn't. Those aren't angel wings. Those are McDonald's arches. I love that. I love that. Fallen the Great. That is hilarious. McDonald's arches. That's great. That's awesome. Her fat broke her fall. Oh. That girl is too big to be on a bike, no lie. What if she was riding a hog, though? Like a Harley? You know? That's where I'm like, but wouldn't it be harder to... I don't know enough about motorcycles. Wouldn't it be harder to flip her? Because she's going to put more weight holding it down, right? That's that kind of thing is scary. Which kind of thing? She was able to make Stoney's bike night, however. I mean, you're not... Dude, there was a food truck. There was a food truck. You can't miss the food truck. All right. Strangest will requests. I think we're going to save that one for tomorrow. We did the zebra story. I'm going to save this one for tomorrow, too. The Netherlands losing their wind being stolen thing. Let's do that. So let's go to the third hour stories. We'll load a couple of these to get us through the last hour of our program. Thank you so much for funding the show today. Funded today, funded tomorrow. And we got a bunch of super chats and super stickers that'll be coming in at the end of the month on YouTube right now. So thank you all for that, helping get us ahead for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll get a few more of those things done. All right, we've got a couple of videos, but we were just talking about bikes, so I kind of want to go to this video. We have a Florida deputy off duty. So I feel like we're still in Florida. It's another Florida bike story. Beautiful.
Welcome to Stride Academy Charter School.
Oh, off. I don't want to air your charter school ad. All right, so this is Volusia County. We're going to the Volusia County Sheriff. Oh, dude, is it an election season? Why is your name so prominently spelled at the bottom? Or is that just a regular sheriff thing? The Sheriff Michael J. Chitwood. Michael J. Chitwood. What's a chitwood? I don't even know what a chit is. What's a chitwood? It's a wooden chit, obviously. I gotta go take a chitwood. People couldn't tell if she was on the bike or if it was a smart car driving. Oh. At T. Jefferson, what did I miss? I had it muted for a few. Yeah, someone get Johnny some head. What? Digger's passport is working. We're working on it. You know what? Fuck it, it's going to take time. Shitwood, says Mr. Q. No, Chitwood. C-H-I-T. Chitwood. Chitwood. Her fat oh. Joke for Digger. A 3-year-old was in the bath and looked at his penis and said, "Mommy, is that my brain?" And Mommy said, "No, son, not yet." We were just having our own chat party over here in the dark, John. Right? That's what it feels like. It's not your brain, son, but soon you will think with it instead of your brain. Now I get it. All right. Been listening, but wouldn't touch the screen with my filthy hands. No, you just didn't want people to know. All right. Get Johnny head. My bad. Oh, get Johnny. What? Get Johnny ahead. My bad. Oh, yeah, that's great. I like it when we get the goals ahead. That's super nice. I love being a day or two ahead. That means every day that I'm doing the show, we just do the show and have fun. And the funding of that day makes me think that we are doing the show right and we are having fun. And then just having the next day. Again, it's nice to just be done. It's nice. It's just fun. It's just fun. And that's the whole point of this thing. Because if we're not having fun, why are we doing this? Because if it was solely about money, and I'm not a just about money person, I'm sure there's probably other ways I can make more money. Probably illegal stuff I'm sure I could do. Like crack, right? That's worth money, right?
Yeah, she's not.
See, I don't know. I don't do crack. All right, so we have a Volusia County Sheriff. We're pulling somebody over. All right, who could we be pulling over and why? Oh, you sneaky dicks. You stuffed an ad in here right after I played an ad. Now we're watching an ad for Brokeback Mountain 2 when, you know, they get gayer. All right, let's go.
I was just told I was good to go.
Are you good to go?
Yes, they just told me that I was fine to leave.
Okay, this is not a good tag.
They just told me that I was fine to leave. I'm trying to go home.
Can't bring back.
They just told me that I was home.
So this is a sheriff's deputy.
Yeah, listen.
Why would they tell me that I was good to go if I wasn't? That's what I don't understand. Ow. That hurt.
Yeah.
So why would they tell me that I was good to go if I wasn't?
Let me read you your stuff, okay?
Look, ma'am, it doesn't matter why they told you were good to go if you weren't. That's going to be something that gets solved somewhere else. As a sheriff's deputy, I think you would know that.
Are you still sworn?
I literally just got suspended because of this.
I got, oh, damn that car for when it goes by. I literally just got suspended for what now? God, I wish I could boost this audio.
So I'm trying to go home and go to fucking hell. So why would they tell me that I'm if I wasn't?
Let me read you your stuff, okay?
Are
you still sworn?
I literally just got suspended because of this.
I just got suspended because of this, and I can't make out the rest of it.
I'm trying to go home and go to fucking hell.
Like, you just got suspended tonight?
Yeah, like 20 minutes ago.
She just got suspended 20 minutes ago. This ad and whatever.
But now,
Black Duck. Look, Black Rock and all this other stuff. Black Duck. I don't trust any of this shit. All right. This isn't even the same story, so let's just skip that. All right. So, just got suspended. They finished serving her suspension. They tell her she's good to go, and she's driving with an illegal plate. She's what we call an alcoholic. Do we know she got? So, is it safe to say she's fired? I'm pretty sure. Why is she getting why is she getting arrested for DUI? No, I don't know. I don't know. I hope BlackRock wants to buy my house, says Fall in the Great. Right, because then nobody else will be able to. That'll work out well for society if we just keep doing all of that. How many ads in a 2-minute video? Right? Dude. And they were embedded. Like, we went to the video, and then it started. We got through the first ad, so there was one right there. And then it started doing that. Oh, why am I yawning? No. And I want to check something quick. Let's go to sound. Let's go. Yup. Here we are again. Oh, wait. No, that's input volume. No, but input volume should be about there. Output volume, mono, whatever. Input volume. Yeah. That's better. It was down again, but whatever. Fuck it. It should be good. Okay, so that was that story. I'm gonna call bullshit on this one. I think I might want to talk about that one with Digger, and that's the other end of this. So where do we get? Oh, that was the deputy resigning. Yeah, we said we were gonna leave that one for tomorrow too. We got about 45 minutes left in the program. I want to burn through all of these, but I want to save some of this stuff for tomorrow. So, we'll have one of those to play us out. I think one of these is shorter, right? We can do one of those to play us out. So let's do these. We've got the Netherlands are accusing. They're accusing Belgium of stealing their wind. Seriously, who farted? Because I don't smell it. They stole it from us. They're stealing our wind. How? Netherlands accuses Belgium of stealing wind from their turbines. Guys, we can go green. It's just you got to do it first. Otherwise, someone's stealing your wind. Oh, man. I've heard of getting the wind knocked out of your sails, but this is... Oh, boy. Belgium accused of stealing wind from the Dutch. It turns out wind is being distributed in the same way as water rights now, I guess. It's not about the energy given to the turbine blades, but also the turbulence created behind them, which can stretch for miles and change the wind direction. This is what the wake effect is about. Dr. Thomas Hardekoisi, director of Offshore Wind Energy Center at Maritime University in Gdynia, said, adding that if the turbines are aligned with each successive one, the wind weakens. So it turns out we can't just put turbines everywhere and harvest the wind as an endlessly green energy source. Weird. Ramiko Zilub, a specialist at the Dutch weather forecasting company Wiffle, accused the Belgians of placing their wind farms in such a way that their wake effect has robbed the Dutch of the wind needed to power their turbines. Right, it's not that the green energy isn't working, it's that the freaking Belgians keep stealing our wind. I heard of broke wind, now stealing wind. Right. You can break wind, you can steal wind, I guess. So what are they going up to people with a gallon-sized bags and running away after a fart? No, but that paints quite a picture. I mean, imagine if that's where it gets to. Like, we have all these wind farms, and we find out you can over-farm your wind, and all of our wind and our air just becomes stagnant. And now, like, we need new ways to power the planet, and we've switched from cow farts ending the world to cow farts saving the world because we need that motherfucking methane. So they're, like, running up to anything that's passing gas with a bag. Like, no, I'm stealing wind, motherfucker. It's like sucking farts. What? Turbine something is logic. It's like sucking farts from your rectum. Mr. Q, whiffle my biffle. I don't know what whiffle my biffle means. Won't somebody think of the Dutch? The turbines need to be staggered. Filthy Belgian drunkards. Well, not only do the turbines need to be staggered, I guess you put up a turbine and there's a wake effect. There are so many... For all of the let's go green cries that we hear and stuff, there are so many insulary, how shall we call it, negative side effects that I was not aware of, that I keep learning about new ones. This wake effect one, this is a new one to me. I mean, it's not surprising. It makes total sense if you put a fucking pile of wind turbines in a place where there's a breeze, like trees. In fact, that's something farmers used to do with trees. They used to make windbreaks to protect their fields from like heavy winds and things like that. Like, just turns out that shit helps. So yeah, I could see wind turbines doing a similar thing, but oh boy. Oh shit, no wonder why this thing's been stuck. I should have scrolled all the way down. The turbines need to be staggered. Yep. We've got all those covered. How many ads in a 2-minute video? Yep, we're caught up with those. We're caught up with all the chats. We got a little bit over a half hour left in the show. Thank you for being here and supporting the program. We'll finish this. Something about this just sounds funny. We'll finish the Belgian wind story. And then we'll move on with the program here and call it a day. Again, Digger will be joining us tomorrow. So she's been in the chat a little bit. Been listening, but oh yeah, we already covered those. So she'll be back. SH, the one at the STCVA never worked right, was taken down. How many tens of thousands of dollars was wasted on that? Well, here's the thing. I've lived in St. Cloud for a while. I only remember ever seeing that thing actually spinning once in my life. I don't remember that thing ever spinning. Other than I think one time I saw it. We need to create a curse word energy generator. Right? If every time we said fuck, if it lit up your house. Think about that. But that could be a problem. What if it did it like instinctually? Like you and your lady are getting it on, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck. And then boop, all the lights pop for a second because you said fuck. But I like where your head's at. I don't know how we make that happen. Thank you for the $1.99. But I do like, you know what? I'll tell you this. Goddamn good idea, sir. Goddamn good idea. It got taken down. I missed that. Oh, yeah, it got taken down a while ago. It got taken down a while ago because it was busted and they just couldn't fix it. They couldn't fix it. It ran or worked briefly for a while, and then it's been broken in perpetuity to the point where it just sat there so long. You're like, look, we got to just take this goddamn thing down. It's officially, like, you're driving, like, I've driven by it because you go by it on Highway, not 10, Highway 15. You go by it on Highway 15, it's windy out, and there's that thing sitting still, and you're like, excuse me? Excuse me? So, looks like a couple million for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know. Oh, that was Mr. Cute. What did SH say? One time as for you, how many? Oh, tens of thousands of dollars. A couple million, tens of thousands of dollars. That would suck. Oh yeah, that's one number that stuck in my head. 65,000, but I don't know if that was spent to fix or dismantle it or install it or what. I think that was to dismantle it. I think $65,000 was to dismantle it. I could be wrong, but and correct me if I'm wrong, but $65,000 sounds like that was the to dismantle price for that. We've just got a couple of, let's talk about this one. So the wakes of the wind turbines steal the wind out of the other turbine sails. That's what this person wrote. They're also being shown to affect meteorological and atmospheric conditions. Now, I will say burning fossil fuels affects meteorological and astrological conditions. But that was, I thought, the argument for the wind turbines and the solar panels was that these ones don't affect the... And we already know that planting them in the ocean is driving the whales to kill themselves, or at least that's the running theory. Both in situ and satellite observations have suggested that the nocturnal surface temperatures increased in the vicinity of wind plants as wind turbines mix warmer air from aloft down to the surface. So hey, we're it turns out the wind turbines are raising the planetary temperature. The thing to fight the global warming, the thing to fight the climate change, whatever. Turns out the very act of them being in operation is mixing the temperatures in the air, bringing the ground temperature up at night. Oh boy. Dear Lord, wind turbine production is terrible. I don't mind seeing an alligator in tap shoes. That makes zero sense to me. But Johnny, it's supposed to help end global warming. It sounds like it's actually doing the opposite. Well, yeah, man. They're spreading the cow farts around, says TJ. Of course they're raising the temperatures. The wind's blowing, and it's mixing up all the cow farts. All right. I don't know that I believe that. I don't know that I believe that at all. Okay? I need to see your notes before I will believe you on that front. All right, we've got about 30 minutes left. I think is there a whole lot left to this? Nope, there's nothing left to it. So let's just kind of go over the pros and cons, and one more burn for everybody supporting the program. Thank you so much. Okay, so making the turbines produces a fair amount of chemicals and waste that is not recyclable. The turbines, and more importantly, the fiberglass propellers themselves, generally, as far as I know, not recyclable. They seem to cause a severe problem on the coastlines that we've been putting them, with the whales affecting, the whole placing and operating of these turbines. And now they're apparently causing nocturnal global warming. How much power are we getting out of these things again? This sounds like a whole lot of not really worth it. I just feel like solar power might be able to eventually fulfill the promise of green energy that at least outweighs the cost of the production of the technology. But wind, can we agree wind has fired a giant air barrel and has just crop dusted us for the last time? It's time to let the wind one go. I know it's a TV show, but Landman explains turbines perfectly, says King Kong Dong. Just because it's a TV show doesn't mean it can't have factually accurate shit. In the event of not having enough curse words available, we could have a backup fart generator. I mean, if you just allow us to use the N-word, my lost interest, if we're just allowed, just imagine how much power we could have on this planet if we found some way to derive like expendable, billable, goes to your outlet electric energy off of people saying, like if you could get it every time, like, mine, and then your house lit up, it would be beautiful. It'd be great. So many people could be powering their ride home. Just like, it'd be great. It'd be great. I'd love it. It'd make the world a better place. I like where your head's at. Unfortunately, there's no technology of that kind available. But I look forward to the world you imagine where that is a thing. Maybe in time. AI is real. Who knows what's going to happen next? All right, I don't want to know anything about any of that. Okay, so we have a couple who set up their own will writing company, and they have decided to let people know the strangest requests that they have received, including being paid in crabs. I have asked to set up a will. I've looked into setting up a will, but paid in crabs. All right, then. It must be trust the Gorton's fisherman. Look, I'll pay you in crabs. Turns out that those weren't the crabs they were talking about. They're giving them the STD crabs. Those aren't worth money. All right, Robert and Gil Phillips set up Pembroke Will Writers in 2000 with a second-hand laptop and a printer in the dining room of their home. Wait a minute, what? I should look up to setting a will writing business. A quarter of a century and 30,000 wills later, they have probably seen and heard it all, from requests with no legal bearing to families challenging what loved ones had wanted. In one of the strangest encounters over the years, the family-run company based in Gillingham, Kentucky, said that they were paid for their services with a live crab. Robert, age 62, said, I had a client who couldn't pay me, but we always talked about seafood, so he gave me a huge live crab as part of the payment. It had elastic bands around its claws, so I felt bad for it. So I drove it down to Sharps Green in Gillingham and released it into the sea. Oh, you dick. I was worried someone might think I was up to something suspicious, so I actually called the police to let them know. I said, if anyone reports someone acting suspicious, it's just me putting a crab back into the sea. Because of client confidentiality, Robert said he can't go into too many details, but says it's often tricky to marry people's requests with what's legally possible. So you have to be like a lawyer or something, I guess. For example, he once had a mom who wanted to ensure her sons didn't spend their inheritance on fast cars and fast women. Look, when I die, I just want to make sure they don't use the money I give them for hoes and hot rods. I refuse to labor and save all of this cash so these assholes can buy hoes and hot rods. Robert and Gil, gay wills are us, says Wild Saffron. Release the crab. Definitely gay. Definitely gay. Well, okay. You have weighed in pretty heavily, Wild Saffron. I'd like to present to you a picture of Robert and Gil. I don't know which one's Robert and which one's Gil, but since they had kids, I'm going to go with husband and wife on this one. So, I'm just saying. But I do agree with that other statement. Release the crab, definitely gay, right? Yeah. Right? That guy went out and caught a crab for you. Hey, everybody, it's Alucard. It's our one and only kitty cat, Alucard. Hey, buddy. Wave to the people. All right, go, Alcat, go. Yeah, he just wanted attention. His dog's upstairs. He's had his his afternoon lunches and his zoomies and his dog humpies, and now he wants his human scritches because he's a needy little cat, and we love him. That's a tranny. I stand by my observations, says Wild Saffron. Bravo to you. Ball's in your court. Misty Gray Cat, Yudi Man, and Yingy Yang say hi. It's a lot of weird names. I wanted to have some of my bones made into jewelry at one time. Now, not so much. Maybe if it's allowed, I can be used as cat food for either domestic or wild cats. That is, it's an interesting choice, SH. I will say this. I often think I'd like to be cremated and loaded into a firework. I would like to explode in one big bright flash and then just gently rain down on a small area. Just unknowingly get breathed into a whole bunch of people. What the fuck? I don't know. I want to have some. I'm picking 5 random coordinates to send my children to dump part of my ashes. SH, the fuck else should be done with it? Should be done with what? Your body? Like feeding it to cats seems excessive. You'd eat me, wouldn't you? Probably. I don't think so. I dare to say this one wouldn't. He loves this people too much. Other people, sure. He'll eat you guys. He doesn't care about you. But me, he'd probably be like, no, that's my human. I don't do that. Or maybe I'm wrong. I could entirely be wrong. It's entirely possible that my cat would eat me. I don't know. What else have we done? I used to say I wanted my whole body strapped to the world's biggest bottle rocket and exploded in the sky. Again, I want to go with the ashes and then exploded route. But nowadays, it sounds like if you go that route, they're just going to bury you out back somewhere and then just give people a bunch of sand and go, here's your dad or your uncle or whatever. Optic Nerve, yo, Johnny. Hey, Optic Nerve, good to see you. Thank you for jumping in. We've got about 20 minutes or so left in the show. We got a couple of stories and things to cover, and we'll get into all of that. We'll go with one final update on the community leaderboard. For those of you who don't know, YouTube has added this community XP thing for typing comments in the chat. Every show's a new go, and it looks like, unless something drastic changes, we're going to end with King Kong Dong in first at 225, Mr. Q at 200, Freak 597, oh, number 3 with 200. I don't know whose name that is. And then My Lost Interest bringing up number 4 at 175. Kind of opens up from there. So hopefully, unless something drastic changes, those are the standings. St. Caesar, what do we say? Johnny's ashes will be scattered on the futon and then auctioned off to help Steel Toe funds for that week. No, it's my futon. If it was auctioned off, it'd be to put together money for my daughter. Fuck yeah, just like my bingo, get fucked, I win, says King Kong Dong. We don't know that. There's like a good 20 minutes left in the show. Anything could happen. My little kitty got his newts cut off today. Now hopefully he stops peeing everywhere. Otherwise I'm selling him to Johnny's exotic meat market. No! Hill 08, don't do that. And your animal peeing everywhere could be multiple things. Yes, the marking could be a thing because of the balls, but there's several factors to consider. One, do you have like 2 litter pans? I assume you have like 1 cat or a kitten. 2 litter pans probably would help a lot because they need multiple spots to help with, again, their mental needs. As you see, some of them will exert their mental needs in different ways. Some of them will need your chest or lick your face to get your attention. Some of them will do this shit. Yes, I'm pointing at you. Feel free to continue. 2 litter pans helped a lot, says King Kong. My kitty needs her shit taken out. She's also peeing on the dog's bed. That could be marking territory. Other than that, there's certain like behavioral problems that they exercise. I mean, My cats are now searching for Alucard. Well, they're not going to find him. Best of luck to them. I guess you're welcome for providing your cats with entertainment. Feel free to throw us a buck. My lost interest. When nuts get cut, it's called getting fixed. Right? Like somehow balls were the problem. Thank you for that $5. Yeah, getting fixed. I don't like this getting fixed thing. Yeah, but don't they call it the same thing when you have the ladies spayed? Don't they still refer to getting spayed as getting fixed? We have 2 cats and 2 litter boxes. Should I use a third one? He sprayed on the washer last week and the wife wasn't happy. A third one. Yeah, Aaron made fun of me for this, but I heard it from a guy who used to do a show on TV about being a cat expert, and I'm sure he probably still does. Jackson Galaxy. The math is 1.5 litter boxes. So, and people are like, what's a half litter box? No, it's the math thing. Meaning 2 cats, minimum 3 boxes. Because again, there's going to be the whole one. Everybody needs a bathroom, So like you got too many people. Like cats it's 2.5 litter boxes or 3 litter boxes for 2 cats means that each one could have like their litter box and one that they use from time to time. So yeah, 1 cat, 1 per cat plus 1 extra. Okay, so that's an easier way to go about it than the 1.5. So yeah, adding an extra litter box and making sure that the litter boxes are cleaned relatively regularly, preferably as soon as you are able to after they've used it is ideal. Just in terms of, that's just ideal, but whatever. Yeah, no, I like that. 1 per cat plus 1 extra. Polypropylene is hygroscopic and will absorb smells. Well, that's good to know. And when you have multiple boxes, some cats will start using 1 box to pee and 1 box to poop. Right? Cats will develop some very interesting habits. This is my sit and shit box. This is my pee box where I get to, like, this one's the late night piss. This is the sit and shit. So it is what it is. You know what the worst part is? We're talking about cats and fecal matter, and I haven't eaten today. So this is the worst time to be hungry. I'm both hungry and grossed out at the thought of food right now. It's horrible. Cats are smart as fuck. Cats are awesome. Cats are like people. I love dogs. I've grown up with dogs. But it's because I've grown up with dogs that I've realized in a lot of ways, if you're talking about a pet that's like a part of the family, like a member of the family, like a personality, I'm thinking cat. Dogs are just too sit there and do whatever you want. Ultimately, taking the cat to the back 40 will work as well. Yeah, but that's cold-hearted and mean, King Kong Dong. Dear God, man. My lost interest, giving advice. Replace plastic boxes every 6 months. Cats should be replaced every 3 months once they outgrow the kitten stage. My cat's poop made a suction sound when it came out this morning. Oh. King Kong Dog. When did I ever say it was nice? Fair enough. Let's pop that there, and thank you for the $1.99. My lost interest. Now I'm getting like a hair tickling my nose. I thought I trimmed my beard and mustachey shit this morning. All right, boop, boop, boop. Let's make sure I heard my phone. Vuv. You always got to check the vuvs to see where we're at. Let's see if we're anything we got to talk about. Otherwise, we'll just move on. And nope. And we're good. All right then. Okay. So that's the end of that story for the wind turbine thing. Was that the one we were doing? I don't even remember. I got 15 minutes left. I don't know what I want to get into. Not too much stuff. There's the fun. Oh, nope. That's my fundraiser thing. We already talked about that. The Democrat running for Senate, above his family's history. Or RFK. Otherwise, I got like 2 video things. We'll have to end with one of the video things. That's what we'll definitely have to do. Definitely have to do that. So we'll do this one right now. We'll talk about this story. We'll all right. Johnny has a hankering for a Tootsie Roll. No, I don't. That's fuck that litter pan. Get a Beagle, says Atomic Ray. Well, I know one kitty that's sleeping with mommy tonight, says Labglass. What? Mommy's kitty's being a dildo. Oh, wait, is that a South Park? Mommy's kitty's being a dildo. Hormones drive guys crazy. Simple solution, get rid of that pissy pussy. Oh, wild saffron. No. Oh, dear Lord. I mentioned the power of swear word. Well, no, actually, correct me. I'm wrong. My Lost Interest mentioned harnessing the power of curse words. And Wild Saffron said, if would harness the power of... All right, then. I'm surprised I missed that one. Aryan Shepherds, FTW, or Ducks, says Rusty Grammar. I grew up with cats at my grandma's place, and they were all inbred and horrible, and so I didn't like cats for the longest time. So I was a dog person. I had a couple of dogs. I got a ferret, and that's when my perception on pets changed. And immediately after the ferret, I got Alucard, and Alucard has been with me for like 20 years. So I kind of grew into being a cat person via one cat. Cartman, bad kitty, says King Kong Dong. My mind is always in the realm of the gutter and fuck. Yeah, right, but it's still weird to suggest you go out and shoot the cat. That's I correction.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date? It was loaf at first sight.
Thank you for that. Cowbell for I Am Walter. Thank you. Renewing your subscription for 13 months. All of that money helps kick our goal down the street another day. And we are already on Thursday's goal at like $50 or something like that. Because we're like 10 into. So that's like 40. And yeah, I don't remember. But anyways, cowbell for our buddy I Am Walter. Thank you so much, cowbell coming in. Hey. My brain is so shot right now. I can't remember. Let's scroll up because I made sure to save it before. Oh no, we were on 65 when we did that. So. Because we went down from 45 to 40, and then we went from 40 over because we did that. And so we're probably going to be, and with that, like 10 in. But yeah, so we'll see where it lands. We'll get a couple of subs and everything like that. That's $5, $6, $10 easy. Hopefully, we'll find out. We got 15 minutes left in the show, though, and then we're going to bail on here and call it a day. I hope you guys have been having a lovely time. We'll be back tomorrow for sure with Digger. So those of you that have missed her, other than in the chat, she will be here tomorrow. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Nope, I don't think I have anything else. So yes, Digger back tomorrow. This story we're going to cover before we head out. We do have we'll do like a fun animal short video on the way out. Because, why not? RFK, before we get to that, though, RFK Jr.'s FDA chief says people with diabetes should take cooking classes instead of insulin. This better not be true, all right? Because this is just dumb. I'm sorry. Sure, people with type 2 diabetes and a lot of, I don't know if there's a type 3, but either way, there's plenty of people who could benefit from cooking classes. But I don't know if you know this or not. Most people who are like born diabetic, they generally tend to be on the skinnier side of life. I don't understand this whole, they should take cooking classes. The head of the Federal Drug Administration, under Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has claimed that diabetics should get a recipe book instead of insulin. I'm sure most serious diabetics have recipe books so they can make food that works with them. FDA Commissioner Marty Makary appeared on Sunday Futures on Fox News to make these comments. Maybe we need to treat more diabetes with cooking classes, not just throwing insulin at people. Makary, a COVID-19 vaccine skeptic. All right, you know what? F you. We don't get to call them skeptics anymore, especially when it comes out that, by the way, the administration knew these risks and didn't. That's not a skeptic. That's just someone who, again, was right. Dad makes, scientists have been waving the flag for years, saying, you've got to look at this body of scientific data, and the modern medical establishment has been disconnected, he added the Daily Beast report. Again, that's a small clip. I want this whole conversation. Damn it. I feel like that's being taken out of context. I bet maybe we need to treat more diabetes with cooking classes was probably in regards to the type 2 one. I'm winning against type 2, lost all the extra fat, took a few years. Glad for you, Special Emissary. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, 420. Happy 420. I got Pride Month pot, Rainbow Inferno. I am running low in the world of weed. Should definitely look into getting that problem solved very soon. That's gonna be a wee bit of a sticky sitch if I don't. But yeah, sell the speakers and stuff to pay for that easy. Alrighty. Anyways, we'll do our burn with 420. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm running out of power, and I'm just like, I need to eat some food. I clearly did not lunch enough, and by enough I mean at all. But back on this insulin thing. So I don't believe for a second that is exactly what he meant. Like that, I feel like that's a quote out of context. Maybe we need to treat more diabetes with cooking classes. Again, if you're talking about type 2 diabetes, there are people who just, again, he could be talking about our culture in America, and you can't deny that there is one, of fast food and dealing with life through fast food. So again, cooking classes, it couldn't hurt. I think it's out of context. So do I. It's one of these things that sounds so preposterous. I can't believe that that's a thing just because, again, that's not Democrats, Republicans. No. I just don't think anyone actually thinks that way. And so, yeah, reading the article and finding we just have that one weird quote, I will wholeheartedly agree with you. Apparently, it was way more helpful. Apparently, it was way more helpful than just having the doctors talking to them, since she was part of the community and they could relate to her. What? I got to go back here. Not instead of, but definitely in conjunction with their prescribed meds. My uncle worked in public health and had a nurse who lost a lot of weight so she wouldn't have to talk to patients. So he would have her talk to patients about how she lost weight and the benefits of it. Apparently, it was way more helpful than just having the doctors talking to them, since she was part of the community and could relate to her. Right, and I get that, but he said it was in addition to the insulin. They should take these cooking classes. Actually, King Kong Dong, taking cooking classes, if you have any dietary restriction, taking cooking classes and learning more about the art of cooking is a great idea. Because again, you have dietary restrictions. So you should know how to, make food. Because sometimes you can't trust people to have food that fits with your dietary restrictions. You should be able to handle it yourself. Feeding yourself, a natural skill. Imagine that, All right, so let's go. We've got a couple of these. I'm not going to do this Alabama Democrat story thing. We'll save that for tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, we will be back with the lovely Digger tomorrow. So let's go grab. I've got a couple of these, and I don't want to burn through all of them. So let's see. Got 22 minutes. Or not 20. We've got about 8 minutes. So let's... You know what? We'll save the shorts for another time. We'll do this one instead, because this is a big, long one. So we can burn through parts of it and come back to it. I have a thing I found. I did not know this was a thing. This video is a month old, or at least the recirculation of it that came to me is a month old. So as far as I'm concerned, this video is a month old. Now, apparently Universal Studios, I'm assuming Florida, because it's a month ago. I'm assuming Florida. Apparently Universal Studios, they have a dude dressed as Megatron, and he operates a, like, giant Megatron, like, outfit, and he's been fucking heckling people. And that fits the character, so it's actually working out really, really well. This is fucking great. Apparently roasting people. Let's find out what happens when Megatron gets the mic. And if this dude didn't move, would you, like, honestly, would you shit your pants if all of a sudden he moved and started talking? That would fucking weird me out. All right, let's go.
You can't do one? I don't have to. Your shirt makes me sick to my stomach. No, both of you don't touch it. Don't do a single... No, stop fucking with it. Stop it. No one touch this thing ever again. Ever. Ever. I swear I will hunt you down if anyone touches it. Touch me and die. Sorry.
She wet her pants.
Ruin your little pose. Some sort of bearded Mario. You did not shave today, Mario. You always die, and then you come back. And then you die, and then you come back.
I know you don't care, but this is my nephew.
Your nephew, you are right, I don't care. Here in North Carolina, long live the Decepticon. See you in Raleigh. Where did he come from? What is this? You just think you'll get the mochi up here?
All right. I don't know. I was hoping it was going to be funnier. That is really cool. The outfit is cool. We might jump around a bit. I'm not the evil asshole I portray on here, says King Kong Dog. I know how to make tofu taste like steak. Well, dude, that's a skill. But I wouldn't want to eat tofu, except when it comes to my bingo wins. Fuck off, or fuck off everyone else. Yeah, that seems fair. You seem like a fuck off everyone else guy. Let's jump a minute here.
Conversation over. Just gonna listen to you tiny little humans from Mandalore. Mandalore. Get yourself smashed. Finally, a wise human emerges from the field of mediocrity. Your father is a smart man. I'd follow Dad. You hear that? Daddy's a winner. All hail, Megatron. Take your fanny pack inside, Horcrux. Prepare for my delivery of the Allspark. Good luck, tiny man.
Tiny man,
And what is this thing you have brought me? Show it to me.
All right, this is not roasting.
There is something wrong with your baby. It is not screaming in terror.
This is not roasting. This is not roasting. I mean, it's not bad. This Megatron thing was disappointment. Right? I was hoping for better. I was hoping for better. Let's see. Let's try jumping a couple more times.
Wow. He absolutely, completely denied even knowing you. He didn't even, look, he won't even put his arm around you. They're getting divorced. Keep your filthy ass to yourself. Just got camouflage on doesn't mean you're hidden from me.
Daddy!
Did you just call me daddy?
He liked it.
Got issues that I like. Nobody
All right, I don't know. That's nobody eats what?
eats Wonka bars. You know it's just made by Nestle. And it's the cheap one. They use the runoff chocolate that hits the ground and is mixed with pebbles. And they just finely ground it up and put it into a package and feed it to you because that's what you deserve. Dirt to eat. That's you. Now turn around.
Alright, guys.
I can just smell.
How many times has a guy said that to her though? All right. Yeah, dude, it's not working. That one was a little better. It's what you deserve, dirt to eat. Now turn around. That part was, again, kind of funny. Yes, King Kong Dong yawn. I can insult people better. Right, I thought it was going to be... It said savage roasting. Apparently this must have been made by a kid, because that's not... I don't know how many savage roastings that person has seen. That was not... You know what? It was a savage roasting of my own program for airing that piece of shit. That's what it was. It was a savage self-roasting. A cell phone. But yes, apparently my daughter very excited to see me, so I'm definitely not going out to do any bingo tonight because apparently I'm going to be hanging out with my little one. So we're going to get going out of here. I will be back tomorrow with the lovely and talented Digger 420. We'll be doing another show from 1 to 4:30 to entertain all you lovely folks. Fully funded tomorrow, too, again. So thank you, My Lost Interest, Mr. Q, SH King Kong Dong, Saint Caesar, Wild Saffron, Lab Glass especially. Thank you, Lab Glass. And everybody that's chipped in throughout the program, especially for all of your names I'm forgetting. I am Walter with the sub. Again, thank you. AI Darth Vader in Fortnite was better than that. Yeah, we didn't play a clip of AI Darth Vader in Fortnite, so fuck off. Anyways, we're going to get out of here. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. I got to go clean myself up and hang out with my kiddo. Y'all have a lovely day. We'll be back tomorrow.
Game over.
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
Like having sex. It's a painstaking, arduous task that seems to go on and on forever, and just when you think things are going your way, nothing happens.
She's gone from suck to blow.
It's fixing my coochie lips.
I've never touched it before. Oh my gosh, you can tilt it?
Brother, you've got a beautiful cock.
You've got a beautiful cock, baby.